What up, y'all? What's up?
What up?
How y'all doing? And today we're gonna talk about Terminator 2D. That's what we talked. It was a bait and switch, y'all. I ain't even talking about.
It's the only way you will learn about the Terminator 2D is if he base with you with Marvel corporate slop. That's what he would do.
Facts. I don't know what y'all talking about. We here to talk about real stuff. Like I no, I'm
No,
kidding. But
no.
I apparently a bunch of game trailers released, and I didn't realize it because I was too busy watching the greatest piece of entertainment of all time on you know what I'm saying on Disney
That's
Plus.
right. Now, Sean, you need to be objective, okay? Do not be a YouTube cliche, okay? You have to go in with unbiased mind.
I'm
All right?
biased. This was pure crap. And just start like yelling at it. The worst piece of entertainment I've ever seen. No. No, I'll be objective. I'll be objective. You know, man.
But express your true feelings, though. If it's in your heart to hate, then
Hey man, I was objective when people were going after what's his name? The guy from the artist from Naughty Dog. They were like, yo, it just looks like, they were talking about, Eve looked like a man. And I was like, all right, guys, this is just a sketch. Relax.
oh right, that's when the guy from I
Yeah.
remember that video. Yeah, you did that video. The guy from Naughty Dog drew Eve as
Yeah.
like a solidarity with
With Hyun Tae Kim, yeah.
Kim's company, and they were dogging his art, saying it was like the worst face ever drawn in the history of drawn faces or something.
I was just like, yo, it's not the worst fate. Like, come on, y'all. It's
No,
a
no,
sketch. Like, I don't
it's
know.
no Hyung Tae Kim.
No.
That's for sure, but it's not like I guess I don't know the dog slop that like passes for modern entertainment these days,
No.
like the bean face and
Piano key teeth. And then when he
right.
fixed it, it was fine. I was just like, okay. Now I will say this. I will say he doesn't look like a dude that's used to drawing action scene. He's probably more of a concept man. But
Right.
but whatever.
So it shows you you have a nuance.
I try because I don't know.
As if that matters to anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody does.
The algorithm does not
No, the
reward
algorithm don't care.
nuance for anything. The
Algorithms not care
algorithm
about nuance.
is just here to put you like in a metaphorical headlock and drag you where the lowest common denominator opinion got to be.
Just like I
But I'm
guess I
not
was supposed
judging. I'm not judging.
just
I'm
like I
just
guess I was supposed to say Doom Dark Ages was woke or something. No.
I just live in a world. Maybe it is. I don't. Maybe
Hold on. Junk got it. So, it would be funny if Shiftoff drew a feminine Abby in response. Shots fired. Shots fired. You know, I almost drew the woman from Well, I keep forgetting the name of this game. It's so unimportant. The
intergalactic.
yes, Intergalactic, the heretic prophet. Or
The weird part is it doesn't have in the trailer the song "Intergalactic" by the Beastie Boys. Like I thought that's what they would have had. I thought they really would have. No,
You would have thought, right? But they didn't.
they play that everywhere.
Man, that was a missed opportunity.
So true.
Is it everything woke now? Not really. I mean, there's some like today, but I'll get into Ironheart in a second. I was talking today because I went live on my art only channel, digital art, right? And it was actually pretty cool. 7 people, showed up. I was like, oh wow, you guys are here, even though, it was only how many subscribers did I have? Like 50
A
something.
lot.
Like,
No, I don't actually. You had a bunch. You had a gang.
Yeah, I
You had
know. But
you had Asmongold numbers.
What do you mean? Oh, and here? Oh, you mean there?
No, I don't. I'm just joking.
Yeah. I was rolling in 50 something subs, but by the end of the stream I had 70. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. People came on to watch.
Very nice.
And there I talked about how I would watch Ironheart because I mean this is a pop culture channel, so I guess I will, don't expect this all the time, y'all, because
Oh no.
yeah, because I reserve the right to not look at certain entertainment, such as The Crow. There is no amount of money that you could donate to me to watch that. Well, let me not say that.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. If y'all donate $500, I'll watch The Crow.
Damn, high price. Gotta truly validate his brain.
That hurt. It hurts me. It hurts me. You don't mess up the crow and don't mess up Blade. You mess up those two things, like I'm gonna have big problems. I can't. That's the only time that I will truly crash out. Like as type like effing pronoun. Like I will. Like, I won't be able to take it. Speaking of pronouns, so Ironheart. I kind of want to watch these trailers, but I guess I'll do it after I talk about Ironheart. Hold on, I got it because I'm coming hot off the press, y'all. Like the episode just finished for me, like about 30 minutes ago or so. Actually, no. Wait. One bit of news, one very important news. And you're gonna call me weird, but I'm not even mad at this. All right, as of what was this? Oh, this was today earlier, so I missed out. They casted Balrog in Street Fighter, y'all.
Ah,
Y'all want to see who it is?
sure.
Boom.
This a joke?
No, it is not.
What?
No, it's being reported all over the place. Yeah, you heard it.
First of all, I didn't even know they're still making a Street Fighter movie.
They still making it. They casted Ryu, I believe.
Cast Ryu.
Yeah, I'm not
Who's
even.
that? Is it the guy that played Cole Young? Is he trying to double?
No. We're not dealing with Cole. Not never again. I forgot the dude looked fine as Ryu though. I'll have to go back and look so I could show you like who. Wait, hold on. Street Fighter.
By Cole Young, I mean the most popular character in Mortal Kombat history.
Right in history. Ryu casting.
Cole Young, star of the Mortal Kombat film.
Andrew Koji.
Andrew Koji is Ryu.
Yeah, I think. Wait, hold on. I think that's what this guy. Yeah.
No, he knows his martial arts. He's a good actor. I guess they're going for not. They're not going for like super young guys. I guess so. Because I guess like Ryu and Ken. I guess I don't know. I don't know how old they were. Like in Street Fighter 2-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I guess by now they're like seasoned individuals. The karate keep them young. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I go Andrew Koji, why not? Yeah. And then who's Ken?
I don't think they casted him yet. Please don't mess up Ken, y'all. Don't.
But Balrog is 50 Cent. Like, I mean,
many men wish death upon Balrog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is I don't know what to think about this. I guess he's gonna get back on the roids.
Yeah, he better bulk up.
Not saying that he wasn't a roids. Not saying he wasn't a roids. I don't want like the 50, law firm on me, but
the 50 law team busy handling this and Diddy at the moment.
Right.
Being petty. I don't even know. Like, it's funny because it doesn't even matter if 50 acts good in this. I'ma just see 50. Like, he could do the most accurate Balrog portrayal. I'll be like, it's 50 though. I can't remove 50 Cent from himself.
Man. Who played Balrog before?
My phone isn't even near me. You sent me something on IG because I don't have it on here. I'll check it out later. But I know they're slowly casting. But yeah, hey, listen, that's there you go. Anyway, let's see. Let's go back to my art.
Probably casting. Is Pedro Pascal going to turn this one down? Like, let's see.
Don't say that. You put bad like. I mean, I don't expect the movie to be dope or nothing. Who's directing it? That's the big question.
Maybe they're gonna have Pedro Pascal be M. Bison and try and like have the Hispanic Raul Julia connection or something. It seems like something they would do, but I advise that they don't. That man is oversaturated to the billionth degree.
Facts.
Lila Rose.
No, Rose. Hold on. Rose. I'm like messing up. Give me a second. This is not Ironheart, y'all. Just in case you wanted to know.
I see. Let me.
Make 50 beat page roll up. It'll be interesting. I want to see a trailer. I want to see the trailer with 50. Anyway. So yes, I was on my art stream earlier on my other channel, and also last night I was on Twitch, and I guess it was collectively decided that I should suffer through Ironheart to give y'all my thoughts on excuse me, the series, my thoughts on the series. Okay. And by the way, this is all spoiler talk, so if you guys were wanting to watch this fresh, you may exit now, but I mean, I put the spoiler warning in the title of the video. Pedro's a wankster. I can't. 50 Cent. I can't. Okay, so I'd rather watch. Listen, I'd rather watch Street Fighter with 50 Cent than what I just watched. All right, so you know what's funny? The best. Okay, let me start in chronological order. First thoughts. Yes. uh, Riri is a horrible person, bro. Like,
In what way?
she's just not. No, okay. I don't want to say horrible. She's not a good person. Like the whole thing starts off where she's getting expelled from her college. She's getting expelled from her college because she had a couple experiments that went awry. You know, lab almost like blew up or something, and she was going on about how she wants to make better technology for people, so that it could help them out, like with prosthetics and in the health field, and I guess to help people out with their daily life. That is literally at the beginning the only time that I heard her talk about wanting to help somebody, or that at least that I remember, bro. Because the rest of it is her just talking about how she want to be the bomb. Like whatever drive that she had to help people went away. I'm telling you in about 5 minutes. So after she gets expelled, she decides to she has her suit there in the college, and they're people are like, why are you doing this to Riri? Now I just want to interject that this is after Wakanda Forever.
Right.
So she has went through the entire adventure of Wakanda Forever, and I'm trying to remember that movie as best I can. I did see that movie, uh, and so she's now getting expelled from school, and she's wondering what she's. Her first action is to steal the suit from the college.
Okay.
This is within 5 minutes. I want to let you know about. It's like literally like almost like the first set of scenes. And she flies it. I don't remember where the college was actually based. I wish I remembered. But then she flies it all the way to Chicago before the school shuts her system off, which I don't know why she didn't think that wouldn't happen because it was under like school lock and key or her password. And
Mm-hmm.
one funny part is like how Tony had Jarvis. She had remember the remember the little pencil from back in the day. If y'all old, you'll know about this. The little pencil that would like bounce on the screen and that like on my Microsoft Word.
Oh
And
yeah, that I remember that.
yeah. See, that was her AI buddy, but it couldn't recognize her because of uh, she couldn't log in. So anyway, she ends up crashing, and while she's crashing, you see our crew, and I guess they're planning something, and they see Riri fly by. So I guess their big idea is, hey, we need to talk to her, so because she will help us with our heist. I'll get into them in a second. So she crash lands in the hood of Chicago. Yes, Clippy, the hair clip. Yeah, sorry. I guess this one was a pencil. I forgot it was a hair clip. or paperclip. Sorry, right? Anyway, so she crash lands in the hood, and it's funny the reactions of people just seeing her crash. You know, it's like, "Damn, girl, you okay?" You know, and there's one kid who I don't know who he reminds me of, but basically she needed to carry the rest of her broken suit, and the kid comes by with a wagon. It's like, "Yo, you need help?" And she's like, "Yeah, can you help me like wheel this away?" And he's like, "It's like, all right, that'll cost you." Like he was trying to like haggle her for money. I'm like, "Yo, fam, yo, like a whole woman just like fell out the sky, damaged herself, and now you wanna press her for money? Like it's kind of crazy." I was like, "I don't know who raised this child, but you know." Hold on, I'll take a little interjection here to see what you guys are saying.
Yes, and if you'd be so kind, hit the like button.
Yes, hit the
It'll
like
help us
button.
in.
Definitely hit the like button, y'all, because I suffer for y'all. I,
Definitely, 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 definitely.
please, you know, pretty please.
You need something. That's his reparations for his brain damage that he did watching.
Oh my
What's the Rotten
goodness.
Tomato score on this?
Probably think he's great. I don't know.
Let me take a peek.
Go ahead. I would love to hear. Let me read see the comments. Neil J, what's up? Says modern Marvel main character be unlikable. Who could have saw this coming? Pretending to be always iconic, never heroic. Is that you're never gonna beat these? So we're never gonna beat these allegations, are we? Oh, what the stereotype allegations? No, never, never. We could beat the allegations if they would make this movie that they were supposed to make that has no stereotypes in it about a half vampire that Marvel can't seem to make because the idea is too cool. Yo, 2025, we can't make Devil May Cry and we can't make Blade. Like this is ridiculous. I don't. Who made these new people, bro? I don't, did you find the score?
I did not. Give me a second. 70% critics,
Woo! Let's go.
61% audience. Hey, that is technically not a splat. It is a popcorn. It had 1,000 ratings. The critic reviews are 57 reviews in totals,
Mm-hmm.
and the score is 70. So I guess it's not. I don't know. I'm looking at the first audience reviews. The first guy says this movie was amazing, loved it. It's not a
Movie,
movie.
movie. Okay.
The second one says I was so skeptical of this show prior to watching it, but after watching the first 3 episodes, this is one of the best Marvel Disney installments. Is this like the reverse bot
Okay, hold on.
situation?
What?
The third one from Shamari W says definitely binge worthy, must see. Then we get to the fourth review, and it's half a star,
Mm-hmm.
saying a propaganda show that reflects the time it was made 3 years ago. Times have changed, and if this show has any redeeming qualities about it, it's a portrayal of something that kills franchises. There will be no season 2 order.
Okay. Said one of the best Marvel Disney. Nah, we not doing this today. Let me see here. It says, was it at least funny in an awful way? I can't bring myself to watch it. I read the Bendis run. Then John, you will be my collaborator during the stream because I didn't read it. I saw way back. I saw your boy Zach like go through it, which is I guess was technically reading it because he showed it on screen. And Riri didn't seem likable there either. Huh. So as I'm explaining this, I guess you could let me know if it's people saying some people are joking that it's actually very comic accurate. And I'm like, wow, well then damn. So let's be real. Who even used Rotten Tomatoes as a credible source? And it says we can't make Devil May Cry, Blade, Spawn, or a black woman without an attitude. The bots just keep out coming, don't they? It said rare footage of a media journalist being based. Look, man. All right, so where was I? Oh yeah, she crash lands in Chicago. The kid helps her wagon it off or whatever, and then she just comes home. And at home, they're telling her, "Oh, I forgot. In the beginning, there was a scene where she was like with her best friend. Um,
Okay.
it was like a flashback because her best friend, apparently, kicked the bucket. She was, she passed in a shootout that a coincidental shootout, like it wasn't related to her, like it was a pass by. So they're like joking around, and her best friend's talking about, I don't know, having the hots for Thor or something. I don't know, it was mildly funny. Anyway, so when she gets home, her mother and her relatives are talking about, like, oh, Riri, she's acting up and this, that, and the third, and whoops, and I know what happened still bothers her, but they don't tell you yet exactly what happened. And I'm like, okay, there's
Mm,
some humanity, I guess. And then her best friend's brother walks in to the house, and I want to know who wrote this. Who wrote this? He walks in, and his first introduction is like, "Hey, what's up, black people?" And I'm just like, I've never had anybody in my family open a door and come in the house and say, "Hey, what's up, black people?" I'm like, what are we doing, son? I don't even like. I guess it was supposed to be a joke, but I didn't understand. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just gonna bypass. This is kind of ridiculous,
are you sure?
huh? Am
Are you
I?
sure they've never said that?
Am I?
Are you having a selective memory? Did you block it out?
Well, if my family ever said,
Yes.
no, I am 100% sure that I've never heard anybody come through a door and say, "What's up, black people?" He might have
Is your
said,
family black? No.
"Eh?"
I'm asking the critical questions. Okay. IGN would ask these questions.
That is true. That is true.
Just take his word for it.
Yeah, I got to double check. You know what I mean?
He might be from another planet. You know what I'm saying? Like America Chavez came from a planet
Oh yes, that's
of
true.
of uh of Mexican looking people. You know,
She
they
had
just assume that she's Mexican when she lands here. You know what I'm saying?
just like people would assume that Clark Kent is white when he lands here, when he's really a Kryptonian,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know your origins, okay? We got to see your papers.
or that Goku was Japanese, even though he came from outer space.
It's a mind bender, bro. It's a mind bender. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
All right.
as per the 3 episodes, he has not been revealed to be an alien yet. So
Okay.
it was what's up, black people,
There you go. You know what I'm saying? All right.
and
Continue.
yeah, and then she rushes out the door with him because she doesn't want to deal with her mom and her relatives, and they're reminiscing about what happened, like when her best friend and her stepfather, who they both got, unalived in the same incident. So that is the trauma that is tugging at Riri, which is fine because every character has, like, traumatic experiences. It was literally the only thing that was holding me to even following this storyline, to be honest. And then after that, hold on, sorry, let me bring the mic close. Yeah, after that, basically she goes to, I forget which, when she went to like some scrap shop. But it might have been the same shop as her stepfather. Well, forget that part. She goes to a scrap shop to because she's trying to get parts to reassemble the suit, because the suit is like all broken up now after she did that crash dive, after the school shut down her systems. And one of the guys from the thieving crew, I don't even know if the crew has a name, comes after they saw her flying out of the sky. This is happening at breakneck speed, by the way, because this is only about, I guess, maybe 10, 15 minutes into the episode. He comes by and pays for the part that she was trying to get from the guy. And then they go outside and talk, and he was like, "Yo, listen, I know." I know about you. You a genius, and this, that, and the third. By the way, she referred to her genius at least twice at this point in the maybe once, twice, once or twice. So he's talking to her, saying like, "Yeah, I know you're a genius. I know you're tired of like the red tape holding you back. Like, if you come work for us, you can get all the cash you need to, you know, fund your ambitions." And she's all skeptical about it, and he gives her a card or something. Right. So in between the middle of this, by the way, is the crew, and I forget exactly where this is placed. The crew of thieves, and I now I'm gonna get into the thieves. This was the wussiest looking bunch of misfits I've ever seen in my life. Ain't nobody was hard. The hardest dude was the dude that helped Riri pay for the thing. Because you had the guy who was the hood, and he had like the magic demonic hood or something. You had that guy, and then if you've seen the rest of the cast, y'all seen the rest of the cast. Okay, it's a bunch of activists. Let me correct. It's a bunch of activist looking people. Okay, like it's like if they took the modern audience, what they think is the modern audience, and put it in one place and decided that this was a crew of thieves. None of them ain't scaring me, y'all. They don't look tough. They had martial arts or something. I'm like, this is the people that. So in the first scene of like their thieving, and they were thieving without Ironheart. There's they're stealing stuff, or they're out to get something. No mask, no hoods, no body protection, no nothing. They were in somebody's house, and then the alarm went off because oh my gosh, what's the dude's name? Who's the dude that? Give me a second. I gotta look this up. You can look at the comments quick if there's anything new.
Okay, let's take a peek. Yeah, John Snowden says, "How many L's did we take as readers from Riri in Invincible Iron Man, Civil War II, Secret Empire with Steve Rogers or Stevel Rogers? All the L's." Yeah, but they really trying to get this character over with the audience. Okay, like I mean, I can't explain this phenomenon. Sometimes characters they get over with the audience super quick. Sometimes it's a slow burn. Sometimes they just ram it down your throat and they keep doing it. Case in point is Riri Williams. They won't let it go. America Chavez is another one. It's just these are not fan favorite characters, but they wish them to be. Miss Marvel as well. Just keep trying and trying and trying to accept them. They won't create any new ones. I don't know why. I don't know the formula. I don't know why they do that.
I'm gonna be honest. There are beloved characters that try to get their own books that don't hit. When did Venom ever hit big? I mean, like big as far as like his own franchise. And I like
Venom.
Venom. Yeah, like just for
I
instance, I'm talking about in the comics.
don't know. Venom has had miniseries that sell. I mean, they come up with them all the time. I assume because he's not a lame character that his books make money in some
Right.
level.
But I'm saying they're never gonna make Spider-Man level, you know.
No, never. They're not gonna make that level.
Right.
But certainly a Venom comic book is definitely outselling like
Oh well, yeah.
or Ironheart comic. I mean, I think they had the Ironheart like solo comic book was a digital exclusive. It didn't even like get into the comics. I think in the stores.
Really?
Yeah, I just think like I don't know. They said screw it. I could be wrong about that though. I understand they want to create new characters and all this, but this is just not it because the attitude, like you were saying before in the show, it's like she refers to her genius all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Dimensions get worse. I ain't gonna lie.
Meanwhile, like most of the characters are like humble to a degree, like these superheroes,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, Tony Stark is like an arrogant guy. in the movies, like it's Robert Downey Jr. You know, he's just using his like natural actor personality
Right.
to make that version of the character work. But it only takes only certain people could pull that off.
Yes. It is a net like
Like James Bond is like a super confident dude, but he's not like bragging on himself.
I
Maybe they're trying to, I don't know, reach out to what they feel is the hip hop community that
oh
always, I don't know, empowers himself through braggadocio.
it's very hip hop. Okay, I'm gonna say a very controversial thing that's probably cancelable, right? I feel like those characters like James Bond, Dante, people, people who like they just the man,
Right.
like unabashedly the man. That probably works good because they have like mass appeal, so they can be like like you'll just like forgive it or something. Now this was done in female world too, Bayonetta, because Bayonetta
Right.
is like, I mean Bayonetta has humanity, but she's just like she's the female Dante.
Yeah. Dante, I guess, another one.
But
That's like male character anyway.
yeah, yeah. I
I
feel
guess
like
Laura
that will
Croft is like a super confident like person, but I don't think they're bragging on themselves saying like I'm a genius, I'm the best thief in the world. They just
see that's the other thing too. Like I don't Dante's not going around saying like, yo, I'm the illest demon hunter around. I'm the son of Sparta. Hear me roar. Like, oh, I need to be respected. Like, no, no, he's just like in the scene and he's dealing whatever he got to deal with confidently. Well, okay, I'm gonna get that into that in a second. So right after that, where was I up to? Oh yeah, she's talking with dude about she's talking with her best friend's brother about the whole incident, and then she decides to take the guy that helped her pay for the parts. She decides to take his offer, take his business card. He was like, "Oh, meet me on the second floor of this pizza shop." She gets to the pizza shop, right? It says closed. So she's like, "Oh man, what is like what is this?" She pushes on the door and it opens, and she's like, "What the heck? What's going on?" Now, I don't understand this. Let me get this straight. You're a bunch of misfits, right? And you want to do
right.
heist, right? So you want to employ Riri Williams because she is there in Chicago, and knows and has a suit that could be useful for their heist. So you get her to come to your base of operations. And I didn't understand this part because as soon as she walked, first of all, you have the close sign on. So you're not making it easy for her. So now she has to go in. And then his instructions were go to the second floor. Bro, she literally had to look around the shop and then go to the back past the employee area, look around there in the back of the kitchen, and then there was the elevator. I'm like, why don't you just have somebody meet her at the front or something? But this was all a setup to like put her at a test. So she goes into the elevator and then some smoke starts going off. It locks in and they're on the hood, who's the leader of the of this crew, this this thieving crew. He's like, "Oh, you have 3 minutes to dismantle this to get a gas mask because the elevator's gonna fill with smoke that's gonna make you suffocate or something." And she's getting antsy, like, "What the heck?" So she didn't get the gas mask. She ended up short circuiting the elevator and then lifted it up or whatever. And
Hmm.
she's obviously angry. It's like, yo, why would you do this to me? She's like, oh, I was just testing you to see if you were the best or something. Now we've seen this trope before. It was like, oh, we're just trying to test you to see if you can get out of this. But for here's my thing for a crew that seemed like they were desperate for her help. I don't know why they would attempt to possibly kill her because she definitely could have died. She didn't have a suit or anything. I'm like,
Right.
so it was like, oh, we know she's mad smart too, so we're gonna test her intellect. Like, yo, fam, what if she didn't get out of that? Then what? I Now you have a dead body in your pizzeria. Like, whatever. Like, it was like so. But by this point, that's where I'm like, okay, so this is where the writing is starting to dip. Like, you're already killing me right now. Yeah, are they trying to kill her? Yeah, I guess. I guess apparently they were. So then she's like, "Nah, I don't want to be part of your crew if you're gonna do that to me." Uh, Now, obviously, as a person with common sense, and I'm not. I'm taking this. I'm taking what happened to her in MCU to heart. This woman helped with Wakanda. So as a person who helped with a nation of good, right? I would think at this point, after somebody tried to offer, that she'd be like, "Yo, these people are bad news. I want nothing to do with them." And she was like that for approximately 2 minutes. And she was like, "I want to go home. Let me out." And then it was like, "Oh, I'll lead you out." So the guy, the hood, just starts gaslighting her. It's like, "Yo, how much do I need to pay to make you stay or something?" And she was like, "I don't want to do anything." And he's like, "Well, will this help?" And he just opens a box full of money.
Hmm.
And then she starts looking like, "Ooh, wait, the money though." And I'm like, "Fam, they just tried to kill you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, there's no yo, there's no amount of money. I feel like the stakes should have been something needed to be more pressing for her to work with that team because that box of money was not it. Like, I didn't understand like why she would care about that box of money. I'm like, yo, you so hard up for this cash to build your suit, and then the guy, she says, well, what kind of jobs you doing? And he was like, they're not exactly legal, are they? And he's like, no. And he goes through the list of crimes that they're about to commit. Yeah, thievery, extortion, blah blah blah. And then she's just say like, huh. But I get the money though, right? And I'm like, bro, what am I watching right now? By the way, they do check her on this. Not enough, but they do check her on this. So I guess that's supposed to make me feel better or something.
Right.
So she agrees. She agrees to help him out. And then they say, this is the part that blew my mind. They say, okay, but we're gonna need you to help us with the suit. And I want you to know that this comes after the guy was first talking to her about getting her into the crew.
Hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, what do you need to get your, your ambitions rolling?" And she said, I'm paraphrasing here, but she basically said is like, "Oh, I don't want to roast, I don't want to roast Stark or nothing because I just met you, but I don't got $1 billion or something." And I'm like, "What do you mean roast Stark? Why would you need to roast Stark, bro? You're, ma'am, you are considering crimes, and we're talking about roasting Stark. He saved the, he saved half the universe. There should be no Stark roasting going on. What are we talking about anyway?" So she agrees to help these criminals. Let me take a little break on that so I can read the chat. Oh, Master Panda said, "What's up?" He said, "Unlike Riri, Miles Morales is supposed to carry on Spider-Man's legacy, and most of their interactions felt organic. Um, it became organic, but prior to that, he was getting more gimmick powers like Jubilee, throwing out slogans like Odin's face. Oh, I remember that. That's when Miles was Thor.
True.
We read that on an old stream way back in the day. It was very terrible. Says here, yeah, I'm not allowing that. Never forget the process it took for them to finally make a palatable black Hispanic character. Oh, you guys still talking about Miles? Yeah. P.S. They flew the wrong flag in the movie. Was it the movie or the game? Did they do that in the movie too? I know in the game they put the Cuban flag by mistake.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, these are the people who are, touting for, these are the people who, are preaching diversity and inclusion, and they gave them the whole wrong flag. Big, by the way, the flag is
Like,
big.
it's like usually like I don't know, man. Just Marvel keeps going. I guess Miles Morales it kind of work, right? They like him, right? Like, do they like him? Like, I think he got over on with the audiences.
I would say that people like Miles. You can't convince me that Marvel likes Miles. We could
What do you
say
mean?
that they do because they keep pushing him, but I'm like, okay, but you y'all made the most stereotypical comic book in history. Well, not in history, probably not, but in modern history, when you made him Thor, and had the sneakers hanging up on the rope in Asgard, talking about Odin's fade, and he's rapping through like half of the comic book. Do y'all really like Miles? Like,
I don't know. I'm just like an old school comic book fan. Like, so I'm like, if I can't think about a storyline, at least one run or comic book storyline that's memorable from each character, then I don't really think it's like a real popular character. Like, in terms of having a legacy or anything like that. Like, but I don't know. I think they like Miles as a character. Like, I
I
guess
mean,
they
they
like
do.
him as like a, like how they like Bugs Bunny as a character or something. But at least I can name a cartoon of his that I liked. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, is there like a well, I don't know. The Bendis had a run, right, with Miles Morales.
yeah.
I don't know. People in the chat, do you like Miles Morales for real? Like,
I don't.
I never read his stuff. I just wasn't interested, which is crazy because, apparently every minority person has to like Miles Morales or something. I don't dislike him. I don't like him. I just like, I just don't feel like bothering.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
he
dislike
astroturfed or what?
Miles.
Like, it's like, I know he had that cringe comic book, that What If, where he was, in hip hop world, hip hop Asgard. And I saw the movies, like, it's like, okay, multiverse or whatnot.
I just thought the movies like took away from Miles as a person. I'm like, you trying to make this thing about Miles? There's 8 million Spider-Man, and after a while, I'm just like, yo, can we stop, bro? Like, my
Yeah.
man don't
I
even have
knew,
his own adventure.
right. I know he's in a bunch of video games and all this, and he was voiced by the, in the movie by the biggest ladies man on the planet, Shamik Moore,
Good grief,
giving him his flowers on
right?
React and Draw.
Oh man, freaking Shamik. Can he come back to the internet yet, or is he not allowed?
I don't know. They roasted him pretty bad. Like, it's pretty bad.
My man saw Finn and said, "Hold my beer." You know what I'm saying? Like it was.
It'll take a while. It's like every time Haley Steinfeld like trends for whatever movie, like whatever movie she's doing. Like, she was with Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, and they're like, "See, that's how you're supposed to interact with your co-star, not creep him out like you, Shamik." And they're like, "Damn, imagine that, bro." He just like, "Leave me alone."
My man can't even rest because Michael B. Jordan exists.
Totally unrelated.
Yo, my man exists, and then people bring up Shamik. It's like crazy. If I was him, I'd be going insane. Of course, if I was him, I wouldn't be saying all that crap on them in interviews.
Yeah,
See, Michael don't have to say all that because
no,
he's Michael B. Jordan. He's just like,
the rules are different. Rules are different. It's like the HR meme where like the guy walks in to the secretary, go knock knock, and then it's like some Chad handsome
yeah,
dude. He's like, "Excuse me, miss," and she's like, "Oh, anything? What's the matter? Anything you need or something like that?" And then it's like,
mm-hmm.
the let's say a person of size walks in, knocks on the door saying, "Hey, is there anything you need?" She's like, "Oh, call security," or something like that. It's like, unwritten rule of the internet.
Oh man,
Not to
like
say Shamik is that person. I'm just saying that's what these internet people are doing. I don't know. They need to call cyber cops or something on these people. I don't know. You could call the whatever Johnny Mnemonic and
of course,
handle.
as we know, though, Shamik was doing the most, especially with the
It's
last
true. He was
lady,
doing the most.
and she
Yeah, I
said
know.
took it down, and then he didn't, and I'm like, yo, Shamik,
Yeah, he posted a picture with her, like, and wrote some text saying, like, "Hey, we need to."
I forgot what the text said,
I don't know what the text said, but she said, "Hey, Shamik, take this down,"
and then he didn't.
because she has a boyfriend or something, or a husband or something like that. He didn't take it down.
All he had to do
And then she
was take it
exposed
down.
it, and then my man was over, like, completely done. He just took it down, bro.
I don't know why he didn't.
He was
Why?
feeling it. It was like he thought he was him.
He was not him.
He's not him, bro.
He's not him.
They also caught him with a fashion suit. He was doing like this.
Oh, when my man was doing the dance, y'all seen the Shamik dance? Maybe I'll show that after.
Yeah, I don't know. It was rough. Some people got like bad PR management. Like they're telling him to.
he
Get
got
out there, feel yourself.
he got the
You
same type of
know?
management as Pedro Pascal. Like,
Yeah, Pedro Pascal's kind of crossing into dangerous territory. He getting gassed up by the internet too much. He's at the cusp of like, yo, the Pedro backlash. It's
people
gonna be bad.
people were saying like, yo, they're not realizing that like they hyping him up and they're gonna drop him back down.
Oh yeah, he's right at the top. Like one of those, those Incan sacrifices. They're like at the top of the
Mm,
whatever the mountain, and they're about to. He thinks he's there to be like, I don't know, honored as a god, and then it's just.
I saw a video that was up. I forgot who posted it, and they were talking about how women now think that it is giving Pedro is giving them the ick, and I'm like, oh boy, it started.
They don't let you know, by the way. They gas you up all the way until like the day they just shut you down, and that day comes very
Yeah.
suddenly. It's like very suddenly. So because right now he's making these decisions, like he's having that weird mustache, he's wearing tight clothes, he's being in like these magazine covers, he's in all these movies, whether they're good or bad, he's just everywhere. It's like this is like the danger zone, like, but he sees no warning signs yet, like the Apple alert didn't ring on his iPhone yet that his joint is compromised, so he's just going
He's going
crazy
ham.
mode right now, like
Anyway,
until that happens. And
let him rock. But anyway, let me get back to this
no,
thing because I think I'm only 15 minutes in, so let me try to speed this up.
strange.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, basically she decides to after he lists his various criminal activity that he's going to be involved in, she decides to take the job. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, so I'm not supposed to like Riri. I guess I don't know why I'm supposed to be with okay with anything she's doing. I'm kind of confused by it because I'm like, there are rare moments where characters check her, and I'm just like, so I'm not supposed to be feeling this. And also, but I have to say on a small side note, maybe they should have released all 6 episodes so I could see her arc because as it ends, horrible person, horrible person. So yeah, uh then yeah, he's like, oh yeah, but we need you in the suit. We need you in the suit to help us. We got a writing problem. Riri stated she wants to help with AI and make suits to help better people's lives. After it was shut down by the school, she decided to steal the bot. Strike number one. Big strike number two, she decides to band up with these thieves. Riddle me this, Batman. How do you help people with thieving and extortion and all of that if you're in the iron suit in public doing bad things? And they had the nerve to talk about, oh, I don't want to roast Stark, but I'm sorry, I don't I don't remember Stark doing like open crime. Now I know somebody's arguing like, well, he funded weapons overseas for the war or something. I'm like, or he made Ultron. Well, Ultron was a mistake. Like it was, I can't put Ultron on Tony if Tony recognized that Ultron was a mistake. This girl was just like, crime, sure, let's go. All right, so she's gotta get like a reactor, like kind of like Tony's. So she had to hit up this guy, some guy named Joe, and she goes to basically like find this guy. And I don't know, Marvel shows like, I don't know if this was supposed to be funny or not, but the most cartoonish version of a Karen I've ever seen, because Joe is being terrorized by this woman who has a little dog that craps all over his yard, and she just does not care in the most like skit worthy performance. And I'm just like, what is this? It looked like a scene that was supposed to happen in WandaVision as a joke. It was weird. Anyway, so she basically blackmails this guy, saying like, "Listen, I know you did stuff that was illegal, and if you don't take me to get your parts or something, I'll tell the FBI about you." So they go to his little secret like underground warehouse somewhere, and she puts all the pieces together so that she could start building back the suit to its former glory. and jump cuts back home. She has to do a heist this night, like somewhere in like in the evening or something. And then she makes finally makes an AI. Now she does. Now this is another part that makes no sense. She's trying to make the AI. She's doing it off of her laptop. She has these electrodes hooked up to her brain. I guess she was trying to make an AI based off of her brain patterns. What ended up happening is she ended up making an AI since she was so based off of her trauma. So the AI ended up being her best friend, which is the girl that you probably saw in the trailer, Natalie. And I'm gonna let that one. I'm a hot take. I'm gonna let that one pass because after seeing all these new AIs based off, even though they're prompted based off of like more human uh reactions. If you know, you
Mhm.
know. Y'all seen them. You know all these new AI video jokes made off of Veo.
Right.
I'm like, all right. I mean, from Jarvis to this, since it's starting to happen in real life, I guess it was can be plausible. So I'm gonna let it rock. So she was like the comedy relief of the thing. And she was like kind of being projected out of the Iron Man suit chest. And Riri was freaked out by this because it's basically she's looking at her dead friend. And, like the girl, Natalie, the AI, sort of remembers all the things of her friend, but I think that's based off of the memory of Riri, which is a little I don't know. Sometimes it got a little weird. I couldn't like fully understand it. Anyway, so she disconnects Natalie. She disconnects Natalie and she goes on to the heist. Well, give me a second because I'm trying to recall the first heist. So while I'm trying to recall that, let's read the comments here.
This is still the first episode.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of the first episode, to be honest. The
Lost.
second and the third kind of blend in together a little bit.
So with this AI thing that has the memories and all this, it's a little pseudoscience-y, I guess, but it's a Marvel universe, so
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm like, I wasn't like, I'm not even gonna trip about it that much, to be honest.
um Neo J says even unlikable characters have somewhat of reasonable qualities.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with the storyline if the school was using her tech for all the wrong reasons. Maybe I'll root for her. Yeah, it helps, right? That would be a story. It's like
Okay, right, exactly. But she's just being because as the episodes are going on, she just talks about like, yo, if I can make this suit, then I'll get respect. Yo, I want to be iconic. Yo, I'm like,
Mhm.
what is this rap nonsense where like I want to be the man, well, in her case the woman, like I want to be
Right, right.
respected. I'm like you literally gave us in like probably the first couple of moments of the show that you want to help people and somehow that went out the window and it went straight to like I want respect. I want respect. I want people to like, know that I was the bomb. Like Tony Stark ain't the only one. I'm doing this. And I'm like, yo,
Now the
shut
question
up.
is, like, uh, are they explaining why she's acting like this? Like, why does she have to overcompensate? Like, does she have to articulate why they're putting her down?
Well, this is the part that is confusing to me because she did go through that trauma of her stepfather and her best friend, dying in that shootout. Maybe there's a part to explain it, but I don't like really correlate losing someone to I want to be respected. Like it wasn't that would have made more sense if let's say her family was putting her down all her life.
Right.
Like, telling her that she ain't crap or she can't do nothing. But like her mother wasn't that bad. There was nothing wrong with her mother actually. Like I like her support group was I. So I'm like, she just kept talking about she want to do big things. She don't want to be small. I I feel like they should have wrote it that way. Now I know they're trying to follow a comic book, like I said. Well, you know, John knows what happened in the comic books, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened in the comics, but I guess they're being accurate to the story. Maybe I would have to go back and read it. Go back. I would have to go and actually read it myself. But yeah, they didn't. I the reason of her losing, I would think that losing people would make you a little more sympathetic to life, to be honest. But that's uh that's not what happened. So
I mean, it can also turn you to, I guess, some kind of a career criminal because you feel like nothing, the world did nothing for me, so I'm going to do nothing for the world.
true.
It's all
That
for
is
me. But
actually
then, but usually those are villain stories. Those aren't like hero stories.
right.
Those are villain origin stories,
It's like the Joker or something.
right? Or something.
But that's not where they're going with it's not where they're going with the story. Where was I up to? Yeah, they went on their first heist. Oh yeah. Um oh my goodness, what was the first heist? This thing is just a blend. Oh, right. They going after some person because I think running some group called Tunnel, and it's like under Chicago or something like that. And they deem her as a bad person, so they gonna steal from her. And then once again, the ever so tough crew of thieves basically barges their way in. They have to like kind of like hack their way to get into this underground system. And oh yeah, somewhere during the story, Natalie, who was locked in the laptop because Riri didn't want to deal with her, finds a way to get out. She actually reveals herself to Riri's mother and on an iPad, and she gets freaked out because she knows that Natalie died, and she has to explain, "No, I'm an AI. Riri created me," and like the mother was like, actually, like, "Oh my goodness, like that's crazy. This is like amazing that she created you. Like you act just like Natalie. Like she, yo, there was nothing wrong with her mother, bro. I'm just like she's very, very reasonable person. Like I so after that, while this first heist is going on, Natalie finds a way to wirelessly connect back into the suit, and like it freaks Riri out. They do the heist. The guy with the hood like appears in this the the CEO of Tunnel appears in he appears in the car because he can turn invisible, and he basically gives her a contract saying like, hey, now that we've broken into your system, you got to sign this thing here or we'll expose. I forgot what the stipulation was, but basically he made her sign for them to become financial partners in the company or something like that. So it was all a scheme to try to get more cash. And I just want to say that this tough as nails crew, when they went to fight this person's guards, they definitely killed somebody. So anyway, the episode's about to end. Riri was not involved in the actual like fighting of the guards. She was involved in like the hacking. And then a guard like stops her. It's like, hey, put your hands up. So he can see both Riri and Natalie as she appears as a digital projection. And
Hmm.
Natalie just starts freaking out. She starts glitching, and she's like, "Yo, make me move! I can't move!" And then the hood comes behind her and like I don't know bends I don't know bullet and shoots the guard.
Like
That
Wanted, like the bullet
sort of, kind of,
turns a
yeah,
corner or something.
yeah. I felt like that's how it was. Maybe I'm mistaken, but apparently he could dodge bullets too and stuff. And then like she flies away. And the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, Riri, you went on a heist. You've now been seen in an Iron Man type suit. Not only that, your face was seen. This guard, for all I know, I'm almost 99.9% sure is not dead. So I'm going with the writing of the story. I'm like, wait, so how do we to recap? You diss Stark at the beginning, or semi-dissed him, talking about you want to roast him. You band up with some criminals, and then you get seen in your suits, which is definitely messing up all kinds of writing right now. And then you fly away, and I'm supposed to. I don't know what I'm supposed to think about the show at that point. But I'll speed through the next episode after I go and read these comments. What a show. What are you guys saying here? Where did we last read for? It's like, I wouldn't have a oh yeah, we read that. John Snowden says, honestly, I got it. Lita Rose was a female war machine, aka mechanic. Yeah, I don't know much about Lila Rhodes. I just saw like that page and I thought it'd be funny to just, like draw her. But apparently she became nothing. I just know she was Rhodey's niece. El Monster says, so this show was already trying to justify their actions because Tony Stark was not a good guy in the first movie. Really, Marvel? Yeah, they try to gloss over it. They didn't really like say like Tony Stark was a bad person, but they just kept. They at least had like at least 2 to 3 lines of her saying like, "Oh, Stark was a billionaire, so of course he got it done." I was like, I don't mean to roast him, but and I'm like, "Oh, shut up, man! Man, save half the universe. Stop playing with me."
Yeah, I don't know what they think. They think like by dissing a popular character, they're going to make them cooler. Like I'm better than him, so that makes me better than him now or something.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but that I guess that was their idea. It just says, if I didn't know any better, sounds like a villain origin story. Um, she needs sibling rivalry. Yeah, I don't. So I would say Spider-Man would make a good rival, but he's practically non-existent. Comics Riri was a weird kid. She was motivated by spite from a second grade old lady. Oh, I remember that page. They keep posting it on Twitter. The weirdest part of the Iron Man comics is she flies to uh Latveria to become a despot.
Oh man, this character like is just character writing 101 to make him like too unlikable.
I,
But they're striving it to make her cool and I don't know. I don't know, like self confident character or something. I guess they feel that they're making her self confident, but it's coming off as like arrogant.
what I don't understand about it is up to this point, which I guess I just covered the first episode, right? She didn't. Every time she was in the suit was to do something that didn't do anything better for mankind. She used it to. She stole it to escape, and then she used
Mhm.
it to help people rob. So I'm just like, okay. Usually, I'm supposed to see like the character either A, do something for the good of mankind, or B, do something to save themselves from something. One out of those two would be cool. She did neither of those. I ain't gonna lie, like the second episode was kind of a blur, so I'm gonna go through it in a blur because I'm really trying to remember it. It's more of like the crew like hyping each other up from the heist, and they're if you seen the thumbnail I had, they're like here throwing money in the air and doing all this doing all this, I don't know what you want to call it, young street activity with non-street looking people. I don't. You know who the thieving crew reminds me of? Uh, the new Warriors, the book that we never got, with Snowflake and
Right.
Safe Space and what was it, Trailblazer and B Negative, and I'm forgetting one character. I forget which
Hmm.
character I'm forgetting, but yeah, that's kind of who they remind me of. I'm like, yo, these people are not cool, bro. Like, so I think most of the second episode was like planning the next heist and her interacting with Joe, which is who she got the parts to finish the suit. He said the YNs. No, actually, this is. See, I'm trying not to, This is not. See, if the YNs were here, at least I could say there are some that are threatening. These people are not threatening at all. Okay, they no. Go on Twitter and think of the worst activists you could think of. Okay, and that's who the crew is. What even happened in the second episode, bro? It was just it was a whole bunch of Riri trying to deal with the fact that Natalie looked like her best friend and like them trying to bond and her wondering. Oh, she was also wondering like what's going on with the hood because the reason. Well, I think one of the reasons that Natalie glitched out was because uh well, actually, they didn't make this clear. Natalie glitched out, and she claimed it was because she saw the security guard with a gun pointed at her, and that made her think of when the real Natalie, like got gunned down. Um, but I also thought it was because the Hood was using his magic powers. I can't be entirely too sure. And so Natalie is basically telling her like, "Hey, listen, this guy is up to no good. Basically, you should not be involved with this." So at this part, even though she's comedy relief, like, "Hey, girl, whatever," I want to say that Natalie, the AI, the only person in here who's not a real person, is probably the most likable person in the show. Hot take. I, she's trying to warn Riri. Riri's not listening because she got to make cash, y'all. Because she got to be respected or something. And there was some incident where one of the people in the crew tried to steal the Hood's hood, and you're not supposed to do that. And one of the Hood's cousin, like almost like like beat up one of the team members, and he was like, relax, we got the next heist coming up, and this, that, and the third. And I'm gonna just speed past the second episode because I hardly remember it. The third episode, they have to go rob yet another guy from another big tech
Well, in the second
company.
episode, what happened? Like generally, just
Man, the second episode was why am I drawing a blank here? It's like I think I'm like melding like the second and third episode together in my head. So like all the events are just like warping together in like a soup. Um
mhm.
I know at some part the oh, I forgot to talk about the other person in the crew, which was what's his name? Eric Andre.
Right. Like I'm looking at a Wikipedia right now. It says Riri meets the Hood's gang as they target a TNNL demonstration aiming to convert Chicago's freight tunnels into a private highway. Does it sound familiar?
Oh, so sorry. Then I just melded the first and the second episode together. Sorry. So the tunnel. Okay, so the tunnel happened in the. What's the synopsis for the first one
It
again?
says with her armor incomplete, Riri heads to Evanston to seek Joe McGillicuddy, a black market arms dealer suggested by her AI, Natalie.
Hmm. Is that all that
And
happened in there? Okay.
there's a lot that happened, and
It's
something about Joe, a guy named Joe is here, and
yes.
he gets even with he has problems with his neighbor or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
that was the Karen I was talking about earlier.
okay, so I guess you did like one and two at the same
Oh, I did
time.
one and two. Oh, great. I'm almost through. Hold on, y'all. Dan, give me a second. I'll
Riri
be
is cornered by a guard until Parker intervenes. Did you talk about that? I don't know what any of this stuff means. I don't think I want to know.
Yeah, that was
Just
the
gonna,
guard that almost that was about to
okay,
shoot.
so I guess you did one and two.
Oh, oh, I'm at the end, y'all. Hold on, give me a second though. I'll be right back.
By the way, the third episode title is called "We in Danger, Girl." Trying to get that hip hop, AAVE in there. Anyway, while he's running off, he shall return. But let me get to the comments. John Snowden says comics Riri was a weird kid. She was motivated by spite from a second grade old lady. John Snowden says the weirdest part of Ironheart comics, she flies to Latveria and becomes a despot. America. Right, you said right. He read that. It's I don't know, man. They're just so desperate to try to get this character over. They let Brian Michael Bendis just do whatever he wanted, like basically. All gas, no brakes.
Wait, what happened?
Neo J says, like I said before, you can't have an unlikable. You can't have an unlikable character. it's not like you can't have an unlikable character, but the writers have to realize the character still has to be likable to some degree. Yeah, like Better Call Saul, he's like some schemer and all this, but and his responsible brother hates him or something, but he's still a funny guy. He still cares about people, just even though just because it reminds him of him, like he likes the underdog because he
Right.
feels like he is like an underdog kind of person. So he has like some good qualities, some bad qualities. He's funny. He's a charming guy, and but deep down he's like a sort of a resentful guy, and but like Tony Soprano, he cared about the safety of his family or something,
Right. Right. Right.
whatever, and
Right.
he's funny, but he is a bad man in gangster world.
Funny enough, there was a Ocean's 11 and Soprano reference.
Yeah, I saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand the line. She said, "Oh, we like Ocean's 11, or we like Sopranos," and then the guy's just like, "What's the difference?" or something like that. He said some.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Hell.
"What's? How's that funny? What does that mean?" Like the difference between Ocean's 11 and Sopranos is that the Sopranos are a bunch of monsters, and the Ocean's 11s are some, I don't know, thieves that independently
So I
band
guess
up
like
together.
Ocean's 11 because they're not hell bent on killing people, and Sopranos they'll just like boom
Yeah,
boom boom.
I heard you got some people killed in this. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Now to go back to the guard, I'm not entirely sure that he has perished, but
Okay.
they try to make it seem like he didn't perish, or at least that's what the thieving crew said. Did he perish? I don't know. Now, if he didn't perish, Riri got problems. Whole face identified, whole suit identified. Iron Man. There's no way you can like. Yeah. So yes, a African American woman in a huge Iron Man suit helped these people storm our facility. So unless they're trying to say like, oh well, they had the CEO woman sign the contract or something, so that will stop her from pressing charges.
Hmm.
Okay, but what happens when they take care of the problem of the hood? She's gonna remember, like, hey, yes, and listen, he ain't a problem anymore, but I remember you. My guard saw you. So if he's not gone, like Riri got a problem. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't realize that I sped past episode 1 and 2.
All right. Well, I don't know. Episode 3 is called "We in Danger, Girl," and it says, following the heist, tensions rise when Riri and gang member Clown touch Parker's hood and are reprimanded by John. Does this ring any bells to
Yes. 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 Yes.
you?
So
Okay.
yeah, so they're celebrating from their heist with the cash and all that. I forgot what song they were playing, and it doesn't matter. With their tough as nails, crew, and one of the uh, one of the girls in the crew gets the hood's hood, which is like a magical demonic hood. Now I don't know too much about the origin of this character. All I know is what they're presenting to me in the show. The hood is bad news, right? And she's like twirling around with it, and the hood's right hand man, aka his cousin, comes and like, what are you doing, and slams the girl's head on the table, said, don't touch the stuff. And the hood was actually surprised. It was like, relax, they'll know not to do it again. You had your message be known. Now this is all juxtaposed with back in safer quarters with Natalie telling Riri like, hey, this is weird, he's doing weird stuff, I don't know what it is, we should analyze this. Natalie's being the voice of reason. So by this time in the show, I'm like, well, Natalie's my favorite character at this point. Because she's trying to make sure that Riri doesn't bite the dust while doing stupid things like, oh, let me hack this joint so I can help these people rob. And even while she's helping to do that, she's like, yo, wow, what are we doing this for? Like, what's happening? Like, what is this? Who's the hood? Maybe we should figure this out. So they hatch some plan for the next heist that for her to get a piece of the hood, like, kind of like burn it off so they could like analyze it and find out what's going on. I'm assuming this is where the magic with technology parts that we've been fed in the trailers comes in. They haven't shown that part as of yet. I guess in the last three episodes we will go over that. So
Oh, okay.
now comes the next heist, and it's some, I can't even remember what type of company it was. They had some greenhouses or something like that. And this is another thing where it's just like, oh, they're a bad corporation, so we got to do this. And, it's another thing so they can extort money from the man, just like they did with the first woman. And I'm like, all right, so more communism. All right, let's go. Um, they they all have their role to do. Like, they go in, disable stuff, tackle guards and yada yada. Actually, I can't remember if they tackle guards in this third one. But anyway, so they go in to play, all the crew go in to play their part. Riri decides that she's going to swim under the facility and get in through a hatch without the suit because Natalie is now controlling the suit. But they don't know that. So when they see Ironheart's suit standing there, they think Riri's inside of the suit. Unbeknownst to them, Riri has swum underground, you know, underwater to try to infiltrate. And she does this without any kind of breathing system, by the way. Just with Natalie in her ear telling her where to swim. And I'm like, man, she must be a good swimmer because I would have died. Ain't no way. This was like
Ain't no way.
this was like I don't know, Ethan from Mission Impossible types of, I mean, but that was a dire situation.
True.
Yeah, this whatever. I guess it was semi dire. So anyway, so she swims into the facility somehow. Um, the hood has cornered the CEO, and the CEO was like, "Oh, I knew somebody would come," And then they're having this whole back and forth talk. Riri's on a, she's like below them through like this graded elevated graded floor that they're talking through, and she's trying to use this kind of heat beam to try to get a piece of his cape. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how she knew there would be a graded piece of floor that she'd be able to do this. Unless Natalie analyzed it, I must have missed that part, but I don't remember that at all. Anyway, so she's trying to do that, but unfortunately, as she's doing that, it's letting off some kind of sensor that is going to trigger an alarm. And Natalie's telling her, "Watch out! It's going to trigger the alarm." She tries to get it. She triggers the freaking alarm. Now wherever his team is, they're in like another part of the complex. It locks down and it starts like suffocating them to death. Uh, and I guess when this happens, the hood and the CEO they're talking, and he's like, "Yo, your people, like, what did you do?" He's like, "I didn't do anything. That's just my security system. Somebody set it off." Yada yada yada. So the hood turns invisible, you know, and strangles the CEO guy to death. Now, I wasn't exactly clear on the hood's powers. I know like he can dodge bullets and turn invisible, but I guess he has some kind of super strength too, as well,
Mm-hmm.
because he choked the dude like pretty effortlessly. Then the guards come in and he starts taking out the guards or whatever. Riri's like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here," so she goes through a vent.
Okay.
Um, she goes to
It's
a
all
friend,
very
pops out someplace else, and who's there? It's the cousin of the hood. The guy. This, by the way, this is the guy that first recruited her. I wish I remember the names of these people.
Did it do for the trailer? The Hispanic guy?
Yeah, I mean, there's two Hispanic guys, but the
Oh, okay.
the Hispanic dude with the shorter hair.
This is not the first guy she meant?
Hold on, let me go get the names right here because I have the
Yeah.
Wikipedia. I have it open.
Oh, okay.
The
Did it do for the Transformers?
is that him? Manny Montana.
What's the actor's name?
Manny Montana.
Oh, nah, I don't know him. He's not the dude for the
Cousin
Transformers.
John. John. Wait, cousin John. Is that you? Who was the hood? Who was playing the hood?
Anthony Ramos? Is he the hood?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Parker. See, I guess this would be better if I was using names. I'm sorry, yo.
His name is Parker. Parker Hood.
No, his name is Parker Robbins. The Hood is his alias.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So John finds John, who just seen the Ironheart suit outside, now comes and sees Riri, and he's like, why aren't you in your suit? Like, cause he didn't know that she left her suit, and she sees her holding a piece of the hood, and she realized he thinks because the signals went off and they couldn't find out where the hood was because he's going berserk and killing people. He thinks that Riri killed him, so he starts like wailing on her, like giving her combos. She's trying to fight back. Meanwhile, his crew is still suffocating from the alarm that she set off. By the way, uh, so long story short, um, Natalie takes control of the suit, goes. I believe she frees the crew. I'm a little foggy on that part because they definitely did not perish. They were cool. They got let out, and then goes to help Riri. The suit takes her up in her arms, and she flies away. And the containment door closes, bro, with John still inside, and he starts suffocating. They all get to the boat, and the Hood, aka Parker, is there like, yo, where's my cousin? Riri, could you fly around and see if he's there? Riri flies around, uses her radar, sees John suffocating, and then tells Parker over the over communication like, oh yeah, sorry, he's not moving. I think he's gone. So she let him suffocate.
On purpose.
Yes.
Or like some cold, like 24, like Jack Bauer stuff, or like he was
Yes.
bad and he. I'm just gonna pretend that his first cries for help was gonna let him die because he's bad.
Yeah.
So he's like a stone cold Punisher, like
Mm-hmm.
killer type person.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't your daddy's Iron Man. It's
And I'm looking at the screen like, wow.
not very heroic.
No,
Iron
okay, all right. To be clear, I should rewatch that part. And if I put this video up, I'll probably do like a little insert once I confirm this. I'm almost certain his body was still moving when she was looking through the radar. And then she
Mm.
told the Hood, aka Parker, like, "Oh, I don't see him move anymore." Like straight up lied. I'm almost certain. Now, I might be incorrect. She might have just seen his body just limp.
Iron Heartless.
You know what? Take a detour. Hold on, I'm gonna take
Okay.
this off the screen.
To
Take a detour
confirm
and
this,
go. Yeah, so I could confirm it on. I'm gonna take my iPad off the screen for a second because I need to I need
I'm
to
looking at here. It says um mistakenly believing Riri killed Parker.
yes.
John admits to, but they don't mention this part. I guess maybe it's a big spoiler, so they don't talk
Okay. All
about
right.
it.
All right. All right. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna look at it on silent. Right.
Because usually, the good guys, they say, hey, Batman, he saves all his villains. The Joker's about to fall into like a vat of goo, he'll save him or something.
Right.
He's super goody goody. But like, just let somebody die straight up. It's just like, and not send him to jail or something. Of course, she's stealing too, so it's like some
Or
kind
I
of,
guess also. Sorry. Go ahead.
it's like a kind of a warped morality in this show. It's like a shades of gray.
Okay. Here it is. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Perfect. She zoomed in. Oh wait. Sorry. It might have been a mistake.
You
Oh, I see what happened. Okay.
were confused. Was like the
No, it's
direction that
because
bad? You
no, no, no. It's because she's flying around, so it looked like movement, but it's not. It's she's like twirling around the body, and it was on radar. So I was looking quick, and I thought his body's moving. His body's not moving. He's cooked. He's done. He's
So
done.
you thought like she had him killed, like she was
I
cold
thought
hearted
he was
like
still
that.
moving, and she just didn't care for a second. And I was just like, bro,
Oh,
what? Like, what are we doing today? Like, what is
that's a,
happening?
that's a that's a that's a. I mean, is it because like she's so cold hearted in the show? You can't tell if like she's
I,
is that the emotion?
I
So that was the end of that episode.
almost the end, but hold on.
Oh man.
We're at the end. We're at the end, basically. Hold on, let me put my thing back on screen. Sorry, y'all. Da, 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 da.
And this dude, the hood or whatever his name is, he
Mhm.
has magic powers or
Yeah, there's like
something.
a demonic force that he talks to sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So basically, what happened in the scene in the room where John confronted, the guy who first recruited her, when he saw the piece of cape in her hand, he went berserk thinking that she had offed his cousin, and they had that fight. When Riri got scooped up in the suit because the suit came to save her, because they were both suffocate. Both John and Riri were suffocating in that room. She bust in, and the suit scooped her up and flew out. The problem arises because the door, like as a security measure, shut back and it locked John in there,
Okay.
and she flew out. I don't even think she saw when like the door locked because she was in such a rush to get out of there. So being and then when um when they all got outside and the crew gets to the boat and the hood, aka Parker, is like, "Hey, where's my cousin? Riri, could you please fly around to see what happened or where he is?" And she flies around and she does a little radar check and she sees him still not moving. He's cooked. And then she's like, "Oh, distraught, like, oh my goodness, he's not he's not responding or something." And then they all get home, and Parker is there with his hood, and he's obviously, mad. He's pissed off, and he starts asking why. And I guess that this demonic cape starts showing him like his own cousin like choking, like an image of his cousin choking, like and then he's like looking at it, stop showing me this, and then you see like what he's looking at, and the shadow is the shadow of Riri. So I guess the cape is telling him that his cousin uh kicking the bucket was Riri's fault,
Okay.
even though I guess technically not her fault. She flew away and didn't see the door close behind her. Like I said, the door closed as a safety, uh a safety, or I guess a security precaution. So then Riri lands back at her pad, and she's distraught. She's crying, and Natalie appears like, "Yo, you good?" Like, and Riri's like, "No, I'm not good." And the episode kind of ends. And there's episode three. There's your three episodes of
Ironheart.
Ironheart. Now I'm fully expecting that she is distraught, that she is supposed to, at this point, change her ways. And this is why I said they should have released all the episodes at once. I know they were probably thinking maybe it won't hit, or maybe they want to drag it out or something. Because I know some of these shows they release it only like 2 episodes per week or something,
Mm-hmm.
usually for your longer shows, but they didn't want to do it with this one. But to show these first three episodes of Riri being super selfish, uh, mildly clowning Stark, and, and just worried about if she's iconic enough, or if she's gonna get respect. I need the respect. They're gonna respect me when I got this suit.
It's all about respect. Respect in the streets.
at this point in this the of the series, I have zero reason to like Riri. So maybe the fact that she got somebody offed, which I guess in technicality you could say she also got the second CEO offed. Well, not really, because it's still the hood that did it. But if she didn't trigger the alarm, maybe the hood wouldn't have did that. But I'm not gonna like do the whole thing of like, oh well, it's her fault entirely. It's just like, I guess it's like the circumstances of what happened. It's just, what I will say is like, girl, if you didn't go with these obvious criminals that were listing the exact crimes and illegal activities that they were about to do, in which you're about to use a suit resembling Iron Man to do it, if you didn't do any of this, none of this would have happened. Should have listened to Natalie.
Well, that was a rip roaring tale you described.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm talking like, all right, let me get specifics now.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Let me ask you some questions. All right.
Okay.
So, in terms of, I don't know, the overall show quality, the acting, how was the acting and the performances?
Oh, the
Okay.
AAVE was on point. That's all I was listening to through the whole thing. Okay, let me. Okay.
Now, for the uninitiated, to this term, AAVE is an acronym. It means African American Vernacular English, otherwise known as I don't know, the language of the what is typified as the African American dialect. I guess that's what they would say, right?
No, I mean,
Nah, mean fam. Is that what that is? Is that what you mean by when they say it? Like, nah, mean fam. Nah, I'm saying, no doubt.
dead ass.
Dead ass. Big ups.
Okay, so no, like, okay. To answer your question, I mean, if they're doing it in the hood, right? Because they're in the hoods of Chicago.
Right.
Yes. But then, see, this is where I'm gonna get a little weird with it, because I'm like, all right, I'm in the hood. Why did you have that crew? This soft crew.
Is the crew speaking in the AAVE dialect as well? Like,
Well, one of the girls was, and then you had the who I would describe as the siblings, and they remind me of Snowflake and Safe Space. You had them. I guess the other drag queen was just talking like a drag queen, and I guess the ones that were talking in the most hood vernacular was John and Parker. Excuse me, John and Parker. You know, which,
oh yeah, the dude from Transformers.
yeah.
That's his style. In every movie I've seen him in, he has that. You know, he's not switching up the cadence.
Mm.
Transformers, he was like that, and that show. What's that? That movie, The Twisters.
He was in that.
Yeah, he was in Twisters. They
That's the
put him in.
dude, Manny Montana. That was him. Hold on, let me see. Let me
No,
check.
not Manny. I don't know. Manny Montana. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
no, no, no. Oh, it's Anthony.
Ramos. That's what you're talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, but yeah, him and the dude who plays his cousin was yeah, he was in Transformers. Got you, got you. What else was he in? In the Heights.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm looking at his
You know, not to knock on the musical silence of Lin Manuel Miranda. People love him, but I'm saying like I cannot watch that movie because I feel like it just endorses like the hood being a noisy place. We were just dancing and having boombox and stuff and like that. Like, you know, I don't even like the Broadway celebration of this nonsense because I like a very quiet environment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need any like I don't know endorsement
mhm.
of people in the hood having a musical jamboree outside in the streets 24/7.
Right.
Okay, especially in the summer. For his other masterworks, the Twisters movie, I thought it was overrated. I was like, yo, these people desperate, people desperate for some movies, bro. The movie Twisters was mad long.
I'm just trying, like, Anthony Ramos.
Transformers, I thought he was actually funny in that. Like, I think he wasn't bad in those other movies. Just like,
Oh, okay.
he's engaged. He brought a sense of humor to the Transformers thing that I guess was missing since Shia LaBeouf left. He actually had like a naturalistic, I guess, screen presence. Um, I don't know if I want that all in my Transformers movies. What I really would like to see is a Transformers movie Optimus Prime as the star. That would be nice. Can I get that for once? Like that would be cool. Like I guess they tried to do it once when they did the Transformers Generation One and they flopped. So now they're gonna do any more Transformers movies, but whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm digressing into nerd nonsense. Um, so the acting
the acting.
was decent, right? It was I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean,
what did you say.
I didn't like the majority of these characters, except for
Not
like I
the,
don't know,
not the
Natalie,
AAV,
not
right?
except for
Not
like Natalie and her mom. I mean, Natalie and Riri's mom, but there was nothing in
not
the
the use
acting
of
that threw me
okay.
off like as like horrendous acting.
All
But you mean feel free to ask away.
right. Now you talk about the AAVE, right? You're
Mm.
talking about. Did this distract you from the acting or something? Do you feel like the use of this not typical nerd speak? Were they speaking in nerd speak sometimes? Or they were trying to blend the nerd speak with the hood speak? Is that what
I
is
mean, of
throwing you
course, because
off? Because
Riri's supposed to be a genius, right? So
right.
she's you know she's has her little hood twang, but she's talking about specific parts and machinery and things of that nature. Uh,
Is it presented as like, hey, why like whatever? Some people just like talking street dogs.
yeah,
You know,
I mean,
you an intelligent man. You like to throw in some slang for the YNs out there, like in the streets.
for the streets, for the for the the ratchet
Doesn't mean
community
you're
out there.
doesn't mean you're less intelligent of a person, right? You know what I'm saying?
I,
You
I
be a
I
whole genius, like the guy who knows how to fix, I don't know,
I will
the
say
PlayStation or
this.
something, and he's good at soldering something. And there's always that one guy in the hood. That's like Riri Williams.
I will say this. Ever since you told me about AAVE, I kind of like now that
You're
I knew
clocking it everywhere.
that now that I know to expect it, I was just like, all right, whatever, man. Like I just let it go. Like I just
No more like guys saying, "Yes, we must reverse the polarity." I was like, "Nah, dolls, we gotta reverse the polarity." You feel me? Know what I mean? Did you feel?
so I kind of just let it go. Like I just
So it was an artistic choice that you just acquiesced to the I don't know cinematic gods or something. Fair enough, fair enough. So anyway, the special effects. How were the special effects?
you're okay. She didn't
I
do
heard they
anything
spent like
crazy.
somebody wrote like on social media, which I could take it with a grain of salt, but maybe it's true that this whole series cost $250 million. Is this true? The budget on this whole show is $250 million. Come on, dogs! Like
200
this, it cost more than the entirety of like the Thunderbolts movie, which was released in theaters.
ain't no way. 250 million.
I don't know. They've been Ironheart budget. I'll do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the effects weren't bad. Like I didn't see anything that jumped out at me like, oh, that was terrible. Like
Right.
like
That's the thing too. Is like we live in an era where like anything can look pretty decent. Like back in the day, special effects were jank, and we still watch the show anyway. Now they CG anything onto a bad show
especially if
that
it's
looks
metal.
decent.
If it's metal, because I know this after watching Transformers 3. Like you can make anything look freaking amazing. So
I wish like Japan could like just I don't know steal the technology of like these American companies and just make Power Rangers look even crazier than
they should.
like they like because we don't deserve it with these scripts and concepts and whatnot. We don't deserve like the super polished spaceships that they have for these poorly written superhero shows and movies.
Right.
So, what about the story? You went and told us the whole story and your little feelings and whatnot. So, like, out of 1 out of 10 of the storyline, what would you give that?
Okay, so excusing the fact that I don't like Riri at all. Um,
Yes. But if you
and,
go in fresh thinking like this is the new take on Riri, going in with whatever storyline with 1 to 10. Like, did it captivate you? You know,
one to
keep it
10.
real.
Oh
That's
man,
my AAVE right now. Keep it real.
I'm sorry, but there's too many plot points where I don't know what I'm supposed to think, or if I can rate the story. I can only rate the story based on what I saw in these 3 episodes. Now I know Riri's supposed to be impulsive.
Yeah.
I would guess, obviously, because she's taking. Look, yeah, also 4 out of 10 B, because I can't for the life of me understand a person who would sit there and joke about, or even mention about roasting Stark and then go to proceed to do some of the dumbest things that I've ever seen a person do. Like, if she was gonna go be a thief, do without the suit, but I guess the crew wanted her because she had the suit. Why would you agree to that when the suit is based off of a whole Avenger? They're going to see you, but you go to do it anyway. How would you not get caught? Why did this not fly through her head? Why would she think that this was a good idea? Like, you want to be iconic and respected so much that common sense clearly flew out the window, and the only person that has it is your fake AI best friend. I'm sorry, that's stupid writing. It's lazy writing. Like, I get it, like you want to make her impulsive, but there's ways to make characters impulsive without making them 100% idiotic. Make no sense. It makes no sense, bro. I can't. Now I could gripe on everything about how I didn't like the characters, how the crew didn't look tough, how they were corny, how they were cringe. But what stands out to me is Riri's actions and how they don't make any sense even to a regular person. Because if I, as a normal Sean, was smart enough to make a suit and then I needed money to do it, but I had to go work with criminals to do it, knowing that I will definitely get caught because I'm the only person in the world existing with this suit who helped out a whole nation of Wakanda. Bro, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't make it make sense in my head. And it's that whole Sam Wilson thing again of like, oh yeah, I'm broke. Now, I'm not trying to say people should be looking for handouts, but you can't tell me that Shuri was not going to help her homegirl out.
People get endorsement deals for nothing, man. Like, you see the internet, you become an influencer, you become famous for 5 minutes, like Hawk Tua. Like, come on, man. Like, Hawk Tua said Hawk Tua one day on some kind of, I don't know, TikTok thing, and then they were giving her endorsement deals, podcasts, crypto, like, and this guy saves the world, Sam Wilson. He can't even get a bank loan. It's like, get real. You know what I mean? Get real. Like, this show is not realistic. I mean, of course, the show's not realistic. It's about like people who fly around with capes and all whatnot, but
Right.
it's like, but then they try to bring us to reality that he's actually getting a bank loan. Dude, you think like Sam Wilson would not walk into a regular bank and the bank manager would just like stop the loan officer because they'd be like, excuse me, y'all, you don't have to listen to this underling piece of crap. Sam Wilson, come here, please. Come to the real room where we make the real decisions. Because if it gets in the news that we denied you a bank loan in the era of BLM, we're gonna have our bank be protested on the social media once you go viral. So we have to make an exception for Sam Wilson. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe they can't show that, you know what I'm saying, because we need to show the black people in the struggle. You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
they
We
could
got to
do
build
that,
from the
just not with
ground up.
him. And they could do that, Sean. They can show the struggle of the black man, not with him though, not with this count.
Listen, I don't play this Rocky 5 crap, okay? Where like
Yeah,
like people are
I hate Rocky
struggling.
Five.
My man come all the way back from Russia after beating the top boxer, talking about, oh man, I'm not making it. What are you talking
Yes.
about, bro?
Yeah, they had to engineer some crap scenario where he lost all his money as immediately when he arrives back into the United States, and then he cannot make any money. Like Rocky Five sucks. Okay, they just want to have some convoluted, contrived nonsense so he can act like the Rocky he was in part one and start talking like he did in part one, maybe even worse than he did in part one,
When
just
it
so they can
devolved.
return to its roots, so it can have some critical praise. And it the exact opposite happened because no one bought that scenario. You know,
Because it wasn't
it's
realistic.
yeah, it wasn't realistic to the world. After Rocky Four, it was like the greatest boxing match of all time ever. Like Muhammad Ali, all that stuff, nothing compared to what if Rocky Four was a real boxing match. We'd be talking about
Oh my
that
gosh.
forever.
Yep.
It would be the greatest boxing match ever done. There'd be a movie about it. He would cameo in the movie. Like, it's ridiculous. You hear what I'm saying?
But to transfer it back to Ironheart, I'm like, yo, so you mean to tell me that a genius girl who can make like crazy things goes to help out a whole rich nation to help save them from a fish mutant from under the water? A king helps Wakanda,
The
the
Wakanda Scholarship
richest
Fund.
nation like on the earth or something, and then comes back to the United States to be like, oh man, I can't get it together. The first time that she got thrown out of school, her first thing should have been to call Shuri. Why did you call Shuri? What? I don't pick up the phone, girl, and call. The show make no sense. It makes no sense. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen in the last 3 episodes. I'm judging everything based on what I just saw. And what I just saw was the scenario was ridiculous as far as the writing goes, and I'm leaving ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculous as in what I just described. I'm not including everything else like that garbage thieving crew, crew of thieves, and you know, who running around possibly murking guards with no mask on, no. Oh, worst guards in existence, by the way. I'm like, yo, you telling me that y'all can't fight off a bunch of Tumblr kids? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are we doing?
Ridiculous. Anyway, so final score 1 out of 10, the whole thing.
0. No, 1 out of 10. Based on these 3 episodes, I don't know. I'll give it a 3.
Wow, it's
Three
pretty
or
bad.
4. No, that's
IGN
too.
gave it a 5.
Huh?
IGN gave it a 5, so
Oh,
I
they
guess we're
did.
not
I'm
that far
giving it a
off.
3 because I gave Thunderbolts a 5. And it's
Oh,
not a 5. A 5 was like middle of the road enjoyable. This joint was just like, yo, fam, what? I mean, it's watchable, I guess, but it's mostly watchable because I was trying to understand, like, why is she doing this? Why is she doing this? Why does she care about the respect and being iconic and people gonna respect me? And I'm like, yo, shut up.
the easy way is to
What's
be famous, you know what I mean? Like, then
she could have did a TikTok dance and what got respect. Went viral, boom. Well, maybe not her. I don't know. She don't look TikTok dance worthy.
maybe in the Marvel universe, like everyone's a super genius, so she has to stick out like even bigger than the other super geniuses. In this world, like you get a grant for like I don't know, do an experiment with like I don't know, a cup on a string or something, you know, like in school, like they'll put you like give you like first place science fair for like I don't know pouring Kool-Aid into some kind of like clear container and doing like some weight measurement thing, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
they'll give you like a Harvard scholarship for that in America because everyone in America, is getting dumber. But over there, I guess she has to like rob and steal to make some super suit or something to get the respect. I don't know how she can explain how she got if she has to present this suit to the world eventually. I don't know how she can explain where the money came from.
She better explain why the guard knows her whole face. But oh well, he might be gone. So never mind. I don't even know. You know what's funny? They talk about like how she's about to adapt magic. I guess in this next couple of episodes because she got the little piece of cloth from the hood. and they're trying to say like I keep seeing these little posts talking about they're trying to hint that like, oh, she's gonna be important to like the Doom Saga. Fam, why is she gonna be the genius that's gonna help out? Well, Tony's not here, so we run out of geniuses. Except we got Reed Richards.
Marvel's very into like tech people and science bro, and they're very much into like this worship of the science and tech, and so very important, rather than like, I don't know, heroes and bravery, like things like that, like the notions, just very into like calculations and stuff like that. I'm like, this is boring. Like, I mean, it's not boring, but it's like they really overemphasize these calculation scenes and whatnot. They'll do a montage about it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like it's like some kind of Disney Channel thing where they're trying to encourage people to like get a science STEM degree or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. That's Ironheart.
Yeah. So
Let me get to the comments here because there's a lot of them.
yeah. Sorry, yo. We were gonna do. I just wanted to get through this thing as fast as possible. I did it. 3 episodes. I did it somehow. Um, and being that I did it, now I've know that I've seen things like what was it, Thunderbolts. I was supposed to make a video on that. It's kind of too late. I'm gonna guarantee you, I'm gonna make a video out of this. I gotta get something out of it. I can't just watch this to watch. Like, so, and I'll use this piece here, you know, as the for the video. I don't know if I'll make the video out of this particular live here. I'll probably wait until I see the last three and then make one giant video, or maybe I should split it up. I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, on to the comments. Y'all can let me know what you think about that. 2 videos or 1 video? Oh man, I gotta scroll up. Yeah, I was talking to Grip. I'll just speed through them. Oh, I think this was the last place. And so that distance stuff is the same tactic they did with She-Hulk. Yeah, Power said that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, so I can start here. John says, you know how anime and manga tells you the reader who exactly someone is. I can't tell who Riri is, and comics Mike's have the same issues. I don't know. They telling me she's a wannabe thief. Well, I guess she's an actual thief now. You know what would have made a better storyline if it was trying to find answers around her friend's death. Yeah, because that would make it intertwined. That would make too much sense, Neo J. You see, like that. um, I like Eve Ewing's take on Riri. She's annoying to be around. I gotta. Is there a video on it? The way Sean describes the show would make a good I Dream of Genie Bewitched or Bewitched, where AI Natalie helps Riri not be a total tool for the in a school show. You know what? You're absolutely right. Stewart says, "You in danger, girl." Obvious ghost reference, Whoopi Goldberg, but hints that Natalie isn't just the AI. Her soul has been drawn into the multiverse via being created whilst dreaming. That's one part I forget to mention. Like they were a little. I assumed that Natalie was created because of the memories of Riri, but they doing some weird thing. They try to hint at some weird thing, like she doesn't know. Like Riri asks, Why do you know that?" And Natalie's like, "I don't know why." Um, so I don't know if they're trying to. I just assume it's because Riri remembered it, but maybe they're trying to get metaphysical with it, and we'll
Yeah,
find out. I don't know. I guess we'll find that out. Like it's kind of. I've never been one for the soul gets captured in the AI thing, only because my brain could only handle reality. Like AI is an AI. Like you could
yeah,
have it act like a person, but I mean, if they want to go that route, then whatever. It's I mean, it's Marvel. They're playing with mysticism all day. Stewart says the signing of the contract is mystical. That is also obvious. Yeah. Monster says they were playing paper airplanes during. where they where they playing paper. Oh, he must have been talking about the thieving crew, the crew of thieves. The fact that an AI has better moral compass than the main character is actually saddening to me. Listen, John says the more Sean describes the show, the more I think the MCU will Mad Lib season three just cause 3 seasons just cause. Oh, Brina came in.
If it was on the CW, they definitely wouldn't like
Oh yeah,
be a 3 season show.
I don't know. They need to stop. Now, imagine all this critique for the first 3 phases of the MCU. It wouldn't have passed phase one. No, that's a fact. That's because they made simple, relatable stories.
True.
This, I don't know what this is. Girl in the hood tries to be gain respect on some rap joint. Neo J says, I was
Respect
one.
me.
Neo J just says, I wonder when you will come and Brina. Brina says, I don't really care about Ironheart and I just wasn't feeling well today. Brina, I hope you feel better, man.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Brina. Sorry to hear that. Um, yeah, John Stone. Yeah, he was in Transformers. Clarence says, "Hello, Brina. I
I think
tried to
Transformers might be a dead franchise because that cartoon movie, the Transformers
one.
one, didn't make money, and they were supposed to have like a Transformers and GI Joe crossover, and I don't know, it seems to be all on pause right now.
Oh
That's
man.
what it should be. I mean, look, they never really gave us the real Transformers. They gave us like Michael Bay's crazy humor and
Yeah, man. I don't know. I heard Transformers One was good. Somebody put up a post like, "I'll never forgive y'all for not supporting this movie."
yeah, I know. I heard
And
it was good. Maybe I'll watch it.
I'm like, okay, I get it, but I just felt like I was not the target audience for this. It was like if I was taking my kids to see it, which I don't have any, so I didn't go
Yeah.
to see it. You know, like
Yeah, maybe it's a different generation or something, but I'm not used to like seeing like Megatron and Optimus Prime doing a fist bump, like
yeah.
talking like it's a Pixar cartoon. Hey, buddy, what's up? Like I'm just not used to that, but it is what it is.
All right, let's read on. Uh, Stewart says, "Internet, please stay away from Resident Alien. It's my one untouched joy right now. I can't deal with the overly critical YouTubers ruining yet another escape from reality." Wait, what is that? I'm about to look that
TV
up.
show from I think it's a Sci-Fi Channel or something. I don't know. I see it sometimes on the interwebs.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, it's got a 98% Rotten Tomato score. They need to stop touching franchises for real. Like they need to just leave the joints alone. Like please. Well, Um, Megalobox. Oh, you guys were talking about Megalobox. Sounds like a villain's origin story. I think I read that comment already. Neo J was mentioning Wanda Division is funny. Stewart says it's a complete botch robbery in which she has to escape. She was definitely not. Sorry, she's definitely not. But she's not in the right state with all of this. The next 3 episodes will bring the hearts of which Natalie is key. Yeah, I would hope so. And that's the funny part. Like I will deal with that as it comes. I just can't deal with like regardless of what like I could make fun of how characters look and sound and this that and the third. I just can't deal with writing a character with so much um illogical thought that they would take a whole battle suit to a robbery thinking that they wouldn't be spotted. And it's a big suit too. It looks a little clunkier than Iron Man's, to be honest. Like that makes no sense to me. If you're gonna have her do a robbery, like this is not the way to do it. Like it don't make any sense. Like I mean, there's dumb criminals every day, but I don't really want to see a story about a dumb criminal. Like
Yeah,
most criminal stories we see, they try to at least be covert before getting caught. So Brina says, "Wait, I'm sorry, I'm just now actually listening to what you're saying. Ironheart was in a robbery. Ironheart was involved in the robbery." Dan telling me about AAVE ruined my year. Clarence
It's
says,
everywhere now. She's just noticing it every show right now.
Simon says, remember this was shelved for 2 years ago, so it ain't. Was this shelved? It probably was. Firstly, Sam Wilson works in the military and is well decorated. He's not getting a normal civilian bank loan. What's the point of getting an NFCU and other? What's the point of NFCU and other military banks? Although he'll have to pay interest. My man still could get some money from Wakanda. Not treating Wakanda like Wakanda just be handing out money.
Get money from, I don't know, doing a selfie or something on a TikTok reel.
He could get money doing what's that joint where people be like oh I could wish your girlfriend happy birthday if you hire me or something. What was that called? I forgot.
A cameo.
Yeah, cameo. Like it's Sam Wilson do some cameos. You know what I'm
Facts. Him and whatever Saved by the Bell people.
saying? El
some,
Master
some
said
of
the next episode I bet is called Black Machine Magic. You never know. I don't know what the next episode is called. Power says every IGN gets everything in between a 5 and a 7. Well, they gave Death Stranding 2 a 9, I think. Somehow. I don't know. Thunderbolts is on digital July 1st already? Oh, it is. I didn't even realize. Yeah, so yeah, there y'all have it. We'll see what happens next week on the adventures of Riri. Yeah, Team Natalie, I guess. You know.
Yikes. So, I don't know. So you get this drawn up here, Lila Rose.
Yeah. I probably put
So
some
you're
more
like,
Gatling guns on her. I gotta fix her hand. I know she got 2 fingers, y'all. Um,
so one do showcase,
yes,
showcase.
we'll do the showcase from our Discord. By the way, thanks. Thank you guys for watching the stream, and thanks for whoever watched the earlier stream on my art channel earlier. I said I was gonna. I can't make any promises, but I know here in React and Draw we try to do at least like 1 to 2 streams a week. I want to try to do an art stream at least once a week too. Um, I will aim for that. Um, and if you could just give the video a like. And right now we're gonna go through my Discord where people post their art.
If you'd like to post your art, check the link in the description. You have the link for the Discord. Join, put your art in the post your art section, and we'll feature it on the stream.
Right. All right. Let's see where I was up to. Wait, did we? Oh, we saw Bree with the food. I think we're up to here, which is
Ironheart fan art, guys.
yeah.
No.
I'm gonna tell Makani. I wish he was on the stream. I'll tell Makani that he need to do Ironheart fan art. Know what I mean?
Right. So I believe we saw these last time. I
Well,
remember
no.
these.
So he had this. This is now the finished version
Okay.
of
So
the
it
beach
looks like he
scene.
put a little more shades and stuff.
Yeah, I believe this is the
This looks
finalized
like
one.
he's.
You know.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't. Give me a second, y'all. This thing froze again. Wow. What's up with Discord and the freezing? I gotta do fan art of 50 Cent as Balrog.
Yeah, I know that people probably doing it right now.
Man. If you the first one to do the Balrog fan art, bro, like your page is blowing up for sure. Guaranteed.
Imagine like in order to get these likes, you got to draw 50 Cent as Balrog. And
And
I
he
guess you got
probably
to do
gonna
what you got
repost
to
it.
do. Got to do what you got to do. Yeah, he probably would.
I should draw
Hopefully,
him
he
right
just
now.
won't. Hopefully, the AI people won't get there first. If he was just typing up in prompts,
Uh,
like
oh, Power said these are Zenless Zone Zero characters.
is 50 Cent a true like traditional art respecter? Like they non
Oh,
AI art respecter?
Rena, you heard what I said. I ain't stutter. Hold on. I got you right now. Wait, oh man, this thing. Hold on. It freaking hate the refresh. Oh, here we
50
go.
Cent.
There you go. 50 Cent. It's not a joke. This is not disbussing film. This is discussing film. Okay.
Might be fake. What is the source? Nexuspointnews.com? Like,
Oh,
what kind of,
maybe.
I
Hold
never
on,
heard of
hold on,
that.
hold on. Let's search 50 Cent.
Nexuspointnews.com, bro. Like,
Matter of fact, let's
what am I
just go to
looking?
50 Cent page. Is he just spreading? Oh, it's over. Who did this? Hold on.
I don't know. Oh, Newsweek 6 hours ago, Street Fighter adaptation officially cast 50 Cent. Jason Momoa. Is this real?
Who's Jason Momoa?
Newsweek be slipping too. According to Boris Kitt of the Hollywood Reporter. All right, hold on. All right, I'm on Hollywood Reporter.
Okay.
Okay, it's real. It's real. I'm looking at it. Hollywood
Yeah.
Reporter.
Yeah, let's go.
HollywoodReporter.com. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson joins Jason Momoa and Noah Centineo in Street Fighter. Andrew Koji and Norval Peck are already on call sheet of the adaptation of the Capcom video game.
Oh, wait, I saw this too. 50 Cent pays offers to pay socialist Zoran Mamdani over $250,000 to leave New York after he called him out in a recent podcast. I'm done, bro. Oh yeah, that's in New York.
Noah Centineo is Ken, by the way.
Who's that?
He's some dude on some Netflix show. I forgot what it's called.
Hold on. Let me see this. Let me see this. Let me see this. Let me see this. This probably gonna piss me off. Oh, who?
The Recruit. He's in some show on Netflix called The Recruit.
He gonna put some muscle on or something?
I guess
I mean, the man, still round faced dude. He gonna play Ken?
I don't know. Well, there you go. I mean, out of control
Man,
here. You know what I'm saying?
mm, I don't know. I gotta see it with the hair grown out.
All right.
Eh.
So what's up? So what happened to the?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me go back to the showcase. Sorry. Yeah. So 50 Cent is here. There you go. Here comes Bree with she's doing more food expertly. Look at this. Look at the detail, y'all.
Onion sauce, ketchup, the beef hot dog, and the mustard.
Ugh, I hate mustard, but it's very good. Yes, Bree. I also hate mustard along with mayo. You know what I'm saying.
True.
Don't judge me.
Diet J's here.
Oh, DJ doing fire as usual. Look at this.
Doing a face study here.
Yup,
Looking legit.
that's dope.
That's dope. That's some real cool stuff.
I'll put a like on this, but if for some reason it freezes my Discord, I don't know why.
And who's this? This is what is it? What do you write up there?
Said drawing I did at work. I'm tired AF from working so much. I decided to push myself to draw something. Hey, listen, that's great work. That's insane.
That's awesome.
This is
Doing
Makani
Tomb Raider.
drawing Tomb Raider. I know exactly why he's doing this.
I do not.
Okay, so apparently I gotta look this up, but he said that remember that Tomb Raider project? I don't even know if it was a game or something. Was supposed to
Oh,
come
I think I
out.
heard about this. It was a board game,
Yeah, yeah,
and then they canceled the board game.
yes, and it had the the DEI characters. The what was it? The black woman with no legs with the calf implants or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like each person had a thing,
Yeah,
and it was like I guess I don't know. But how did it get canceled? Like it was like outsourced or something?
I don't know. Maybe I'll read it a little bit.
Eh. So anyway, this is Laura Croft. I guess this is the
On paper, paper and pencil
yes. This is
and
what
pen.
people are gonna have to do. Go back to the paper and pencils.
Right. Oh, oh, this woman did ice cream. Hold on, bro.
Some sprinkles,
I wouldn't
brownie
even know how to
pieces, chocolate
comprehend doing
fudge.
this. That's good.
And I bet you those are like removable layers too, like the
Yeah,
sprinkle layer.
Bree, how many layers did it take to make this cone?
That's awesome.
That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. And there you go, y'all. I
All
will
right.
off screen. I will go put likes on everything. Right now, unfortunately, my thing's bugging out. Thank you for putting stuff in the showcase. The Discord's in the description, so in case you guys are not there yet and want to, join up. I also got to start like redirecting my pages in the Discord. Like I don't have digital art right in. I mean, not in the Discord. Excuse me, in the description, which I should start doing. I'm a fix that. What did he say here? So nice to see 50 taking time off from his Don't Pardon Diddy campaign to do a little movie gig. You know, it's funny because it's funny that he's Balrog, but he kind of looked like Balrog. So I'm like, I don't think I could like actually be upset about this.
I mean, he gets really, really, really big and tries to do fight scenes for real. I don't know. They're gonna train these guys up.
Oh yeah, they need a choreographer. Who's directing it again? I know I asked you that before, but
It's a good question.
he said he may be DJ. I don't know. I need a real Caribbean. I don't want to hear no fake Jamaican accents. Oh, he is half Jamaican. Okay, so maybe he could do the accent. I didn't know that actually.
Some guy named Kitao Sakurai, the Eric Andre show. You mean the comedy show, the interview show? Like,
I don't want to see no more Eric
what
Andre.
the Hannibal Burris? It's a comedy. Obviously, they're making this a comedy.
Oh, I forgot to mention in my review of Ironheart, Eric Andre got murked. That's it. My man was like literally on screen for like 2 seconds. Apparently it was um, Parker's cousin, John. He was the one that murked him. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, the last two Street Fighter movies, one with Van Damme and you know, Guile, he playing Guile, and he's the main star and all this, and
Mhm.
that was derided by at the time, and you had what was the one after that? It was the Lana Lang from Smallville was Chun Li.
Yeah, with McDonough. Man, was
It's
it?
bad. Yeah,
I never saw it.
it's, I heard it was terrible. I seen clips. Like the dude who played Nash was pretty bad.
Who played Nash, bro? Oh, I'll go find out.
It was the dude from American Pie. One
Huh?
of the people from American Pie, not the main dude from American Pie, but like I guess the taller one that they were trying to make a star, Chris Klein. They're trying to make him using that rollerball remake that flopped. It looked pretty bad. Like I seen clips of the film, it looked pretty bad. Like they should have not released it,
Man, if
but
I was on
they
Twitch,
did.
I would have watched the clips.
It's called Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun Li.
Yeah, I see it here. I want to see this
Not
cast.
recommended.
This cast that they won't even show me the cast on IMDb. Oh, wait, what the heck? Show me the cast. You know, you know what? Do I have to typecast? Show me the cast.
Kitao Sakurai is a Japanese American actor, writer, producer, director of film and television. He is known for directing the 2021 Netflix film Bad Trip. He was born in Japan and was raised in Cleveland, Ohio. He is known for his work in the Eric Andre show. So he directed a Netflix film called Bad Trip, starring Eric Andre and Lil
Oh,
Rel.
oh, I know what that is. It's like some like it's kind of like
It's a hidden camera comedy
yeah,
film,
yeah, yeah, it's kind of like Borat or kind of like the Ali, like
right?
yeah, it's like that. That's
So
not
it's
giving me any hope of anything. There's no action in Bad Trip.
right. So I don't know. Like maybe he's super familiar with Street Fighter. He's like, okay, this is where I'm gonna. I don't. There's nothing in the past that makes me think he's gonna direct Street Fighter. But I guess he will surprise you. Like maybe.
That's cute and all. Who's the choreographer?
Yeah, he better get like a real like fight choreographer. Like be serious.
Better get the dudes from the raid or something. Whoever choreographed the raid, or you met, or I don't know, man. Manny man. They got to put a 50 song in the credits of Street Fighter.
Alpha Brother says Andrew Schultz was announced as Dan Hibiki. For real?
They're not putting Dan in this. Say word. They're not putting Dan in this. Stop doing this to me. Hold on.
Andrew Schultz from Flagrant?
Wait, what?
Obviously, this is getting greenlit on the back of the Minecraft movie. It's giving me Minecraft vibes, especially with the casting of Jason Momoa. And I don't know who Jason Momoa is gonna be Blanca.
Pretty boy Blanca. What is this?
Uh,
What is this?
Joe Anoa'i, aka WWE superstar Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is gonna be Akuma.
Wait, hold on. Who was gonna be Blanca? I thought.
Jason Momoa. And Akuma is Roman Reigns from the WWE.
Why? I see. I heard them talking about that before.
Obviously, this is like a very festive casting. I mean, like it's like this is gonna be like this has to have some camp value. I assume they're going through some. It's like some
it,
Guardians of the Galaxy level silliness.
so they couldn't
It's
get.
not gonna be like the Street Fighter the animated movie. Still the best Street Fighter anything in cinematic form, and they took it like mad seriously. I guess America cannot take Street Fighter any kind of seriously. I mean, like it is like I guess like translating a video game like that into real life is probably going to be tough. But it's like, can we at least like whatever? It, we'll see. They're really swinging for the fences on this one, so it got me a little curious. And some kind of like it could be like the massive train wreck, or it could be like actually so absurd that it works in some weird way. But I don't know. It's still Hollywood, right? Someone named Kalina Lang from something called Presence is playing Chun Li. I don't know who that is.
Oh, I seen. I saw like the. I saw her from like her picture. It'll work.
Her films include Steven Soderbergh's Presence and J.C. Lee's Bad Genius.
Hold on. You know what? Let's look. Let's not bore me. Not bore you the chat. Let's look it up in real time, right?
Well, I'll send you the. Just go to Hollywood Reporter, 50 Cent.
This one.
Yep.
thanks for
Smoke.
thanks for the ad, y'all. Yo, bro, come on.
Oh. He ran out of his free.
Run
Oh,
out of.
no. He's
Okay, that was it. You don't have.
yeah, that was it. It wasn't much. I named everybody anyway. So, you got your Street Fighter, you got your Mortal Kombat. Now, they're going to have a battle who's going to be the most accurate. I don't know. So far, there's no self-insert character right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like some stupid like studio thing or like there's some new Street Fighter entering the world that they have to make us learn about Street Fighter through,
Mm-hmm.
like Cole Young. So that's a plus. I don't know who this is. but I guess a whole either is she know martial arts?
I hope so. Canadian actress. So can the stars at least be Ryu and Ken? That's all that I ask for.
Yeah, can we at least have that, please?
Like I don't care about don't I don't care about Gal. Okay, well, who's playing them Bison?
That's a good question.
I guess they didn't cast that yet. Oh look, look who's trending right now. It's the girl who played Natalie um in what you call it Ironheart.
You know what they need to do, man? Hopefully, this guy who's directing it is young enough and hip enough to know that if he botched Street Fighter, he gonna get roasted. Like,
Oh, it's over for him.
right? So if he starts being so ridiculous and so off book, and that he's gonna get roasted, bro. Like, fans of Japanese anything don't play.
Yeah, it's gonna be over for them, man. They're gonna need to. Are you guys
Still,
excited for the new Street Fighter? I know what I'm not excited for is that Mortal Kombat film.
Power One Down said Roman Reigns, aka The Rock's cousin.
Didn't E Honda wasn't E Honda played by a Samoan in the first movie?
Yeah, I think so.
So now they got a Samoan playing Akuma. Like you just couldn't find a old angry Japanese dude who's buff. Like
Guess not.
what are we doing?
John Snowden says Street Fighter sounds like the next Minecraft movie. Yeah, I think so. And it's probably what got it greenlit finally. They're like, oh, we didn't need to, yeah, just put, and with Jason Momoa and is in it too. Alpha Porter says the ghoul is M Bison. I don't know.
It was the goal. Wait.
Walter Goggins is Bison. Is that oh, no? Stop. Walter Goggins is Bison. I give up on life. Stop.
So
Now
I
I'm googling it.
pictured I pictured like the little hat on his head.
No, I think he might be right. It's
Nah,
a major character. It says it's a major character.
nah,
It's,
stop,
it's said to be nearing a deal to portray the iconic M. Bison. Bruh, no.
son. My man Bison
No
gonna
way.
have the 4th of the century. Yo, they better have. I don't want to see. They better have like if they're gonna be this stupid. I want to see Bison do like the Cycle Crusher and all of that. Like I want to see him spin in the air with the chi around him, the key energy.
Fact.
I want I want to see him do the stomp, stomp on people. I want to see him do all of that.
No, bro. TV is getting weird. Like, there's nothing really dope on anymore right now. Like, Cobra Kai's over. So all the good stuff. Squid Game ain't back yet. Stranger Things, they're like, I don't
Squid
know.
Game is back tomorrow.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, good. I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's just waiting so long. I forgot about it.
No, it's
So,
literally back tomorrow. I know this
oh,
because my girl reminds me every single day. She's like, "Yo, Friday we binge watching. Friday we binge watch." I'm like, I know. So as soon as I get home tomorrow, she coming over and we're just binging it. And that's why I guess I wasn't too upset about watching.
right. Because you Ironheart, because you have Squid Game as a palate cleanser.
Right, exactly. So I'm like, ah. And there's another
One,
show that I want to watch. I think got good reviews. What is it called? It's on Netflix. I have it like saved. It's an Asian production. I forgot what it was. I don't know why I can't remember it. Actually, hold on. Let me take the pad off. I'll tell y'all what it is right now because I'm pretty sure YouTube would not like me viewing Netflix on their.
like Amazon Prime, they're trying to like push some show called Countdown with Jensen Ackles and stuff. It's like the most generic show. It's like it's just like a show that CBS wouldn't pick up. Like it's so
Mm.
generic. He and some team of like people are trying to stop some bomb or something. It's like, bro, you want a supernatural. You gotta do better than Countdown.
Oh, Countdown. Yeah, we saw that trailer. That joint look trash. Basic. Oh, Mercy for None. I don't know. I don't know how it is, but I'll check it out. Where was this?
Okay,
Where is this made?
a blank screen.
Yeah, my bad. Because I had to like go on my Netflix to find out what it was. I didn't, I ain't trying to upset the YouTube, thing by showing my freaking Netflix on here. Mercy for None TV series. I think I saw the trailer for this, or I saw a clip of it, and I was like, check it out. 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, it's
Well, there
Korean.
you go. The Squid Game, right? They're gonna like drip this out like week by week, right? They have to. Like they have nothing else.
Are they? No, no, don't do that. Just give me the whole thing, so I could just
I
binge
don't
the
know.
whole thing. Like that's what I did with the second season of Alice in Borderlands. Just like
Yeah.
devoured it in one day. Boom. Said old Clarence said old angry Japanese person. So you were looking for wait, who is that? Manoros is I don't know who that is, but I don't should I search that? Let's find out who that is. How do I spell that? Oh, he's a pro. This guy. Hey man, listen. If he bulked up, and we like made his like eyebrows a little more furrowed, then yeah,
There you
boom,
go.
he's Akuma, Roman Reigns, got freaking Samoan Akuma right now. Bree says, yeah, I just remembered too. I'm gonna post that Squid Game fan art I did a while back. Perfect timing too. Yeah, there you go. I've never done Squid Game fan art actually.
Anyway, guys, it's been real.
Yep. About to get out of here. So, oh
Thanks
my
for
goodness, I
stopping
didn't even
by.
realize the time.
Hit a like on this video, please.
Yeah, hit a like.
Check out redcomicbook.com.
Yep.
See, we be doing comic books. All right.
Which, by the way, actually, before we get off here, let me show them what I was. Twitch saw this, so now y'all can see it. This. Oh, let me take out the color. Been trying to make a full animation here. So this is what I got so far. It's a little rough. I guess that'll be the new intro screen once I get it down. Animation hard, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be working on this and hopefully debut it
Right.
soon. But hopefully Sean will be energized after he watched the Squid Games. He can tackle this.
Right.
We can show it
I have
to
to
you.
watch Squid Game in parts because they got me freaking working on Saturdays. Oh boy. Was gonna check out Sean's AI folder. Yes, I was on my other stream today talking about Pinterest. That is freaking 75% to 90% AI. So I had to make a folder and label it AI because I'm like, some of it looks cool, so I'll just use it for reference because my motto as an artist is steal back. Like Riri. Actually, she wasn't stealing back anything because she has nothing stolen from her. So I guess she's just stealing beer.
That's true. Since the AI is stealing from everybody else, you steal back from the AI.
Yeah, like on some Robin Hood joint. Except like
I feel like
I
if AI, you have this whole thing, this
mm,
whole like creation is just there to just make cartoons again or something. Like, shouldn't it be there to like cure diseases? Something more monumental,
you would
send you
think
to like another dimension or
this is what they
something.
doing. All right, this is what they doing. They doing a fake. Uh,
Superboy.
yeah, I will. I will not be saving that. But yeah, on this AI. Yeah, look at this. It's just what is this? Fake Kratos. Kratos. That's what they doing. Steal back, yo. Riri, that's what Riri wanted you to. No, I'm not gonna relate this to Riri.
Like, I feel like with like some technology like this, like there should be like a zillion of independent creators making like like 24 episodes of their own anime by now or something with this kind of technology. Instead, it's like just used to like I don't know,
Well, they can't animate
just do a
successfully
single
yet.
image. True.
By the way, I want you to know that the search for this is X-Men. Not X-Men AI. I just said X-Men. You see that at the top? This is what they gave me. Off rip. AI Storm. Boom. That's what they gave me. AI Magic. Boom. Well, designs are actually cooler than the comic book, but you know.
Yeah. Where's the AI system to like make the new Amazon.com or something like that? Like, you know, like you just like, make me a website like Amazon.com and
And
register it as a LLC and whatnot or whatever, and just hit the button and it just happens like whoop, just like right there, and then
you
you can just
you
throw your
might have to
comic
give
on
them
there.
like 2 years. Because remember now it's doing like the whatever that Grum's posted up, like that primitive uh walking simulator video game AI, and it still look too AI. So uh not yet.
Like,
It said Pinterest's cheeks, to be honest. It is. It does give me ideas though. That's why I make the joke. If you want to use inspiration and it happens to be AI, just save it and do real art with it. No, don't trace it though. You can't trace. You can't trace it. It is not accurate at all. Bootleg Rhino. I was showing this on the other stream. The man looked like a cyberpunk character or something. AI blade, and I had to separate these folders because sometimes I don't even know what's what. It's it's getting tough out here. Wait, where the fuck are the pins? See, now I'm lost. Yeah, so don't yeah, you search anything on Pinterest, you get an AI. That's what's happening. If you want real art, scour Twitter. Okay. Now showing them this, I got all the real art here, the from all from Marvel Rivals, which is dumping a ton of art out here. Ah man, just said Rhino looks like a GI Joe character. No, I still use it too, but man, having to sift through AI when I want real photos, and that's the other problem. When you try to search for real photos, it still gives you AI. Ridiculous. Anyway, y'all. Thank you for stopping by to my review of the greatest Marvel show in existence. Good grief. All right, and we will see you next week. Maybe we'll talk about Squid Game next week or something.
yeah,
And I guess I'll
I'll give it
have
a
to
watch.
wrap up Riri's adventure next week
Very
as well.
enthralling.
Boy. All right, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here. Everyone stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on the Discord and the and the social medias, y'all. Peace out.